baby. We're live.
We are live.
Diego, how's your week been?
It's been a week. Baseball wise, not great, but
Okay. Yeah.
the Giants have decided to stop hitting. So
Yeah, I mean, thankfully the Cardinals
It's not
get to end their, there is literally nothing like ending a week with a nice 3-game set against the Pittsburgh Pirates. I can say that.
the Giants just got swept by the Padres. So
Yes.
at least it's a good team, but still it feels bad.
Yeah, we dropped 3 of 4 to New York, and that was not pleasant.
Yeah, but it's whatever. It's fine. But we do have Yankees White Sox. Second game of the day for them. The White Sox took the first game of the doubleheader. Now we're
that
here.
first game, as much as the Cardinals fan in me rightfully hates Johnny Cueto.
Man, I love Johnny Cueto.
Yeah, understandable, but he stomped on somebody's head on my favorite team and ended their career. So it's a justified reason to not like someone.
Yeah,
he shoved for them in this first game.
He's been good, Johnny Cueto. I mean, he's only had 2 starts, but
yeah, I mean, both of his starts completely off the street, and I don't know.
He's a dog, man.
Yeah, it felt very MLB The Show-esque when they first brought him on. Very much you start a franchise and you're like, oh, we'll see how this pans out.
No, I get that. Shabby. He's been good. He is when he was healthy the last couple of years, he was good. He just couldn't stay healthy. That was the only issue. And so
yeah, I mean, how old is Severino? Because I feel like he's been he's like, oh man, I feel like since 2015 he's been man, once he has a full healthy season he'll be good.
I don't think he's that old.
That's what I'm saying. It just feels like my guess would be 29.
I guess 27. I'm about to find out. Hold on. He is, if my internet will, he's 28.
Ah, all right. We split the difference. I like
that. Yeah. He is 28 years of age. So, I mean, not a spring chicken, but he's not old.
No, yeah. Because he's got enough service time for free agency coming up real soon.
Let me go look. I believe you're correct, though.
Because he debuted young.
Yes. He was a young gun. Yeah, free agent after next year.
Wow.
Or it's a team option for 23.
They're probably picking that up.
I'd imagine they'd pick it up.
Yeah.
But
with his talent level, if it was, I don't know what that number would be where I would decline it, but if it's even it could be near 20, and I might still, because I'm the Yankees, I can afford pick that up.
And it looks like it's only $10 million too, so that's not bad.
Oh yeah, that's
pocket change for the Yankees.
Any team that even believes they're capable of winning next year would pick that up with a guy like that.
Absolutely. Luis Severino is he's a good player. That's the kind of guy you want in your back pocket.
Who is catching for New York? Brantley?
Yeah, I have no idea who that is.
That's a guy. Many are saying that's a name.
Many are saying that is a guy who plays baseball for the New York Yankees. And 9-pitch inning for Severino. That's good. That's good for him. Okay, let's see who this Brantley guy is. I feel like he's young and recently got called up because I feel like I've just recently heard this name. Rob Brantley. He's 32.
Now that name sounds familiar though. Has he had a few cups of coffee along the way?
Oh yeah, he's been in the league since 2012. He was a Giant in 2020. That's why I recognize that name.
There you go.
For one game. He spent 2 years. Scott, let me throw him in here real quick.
Scotty.
There he
is.
Good boys.
Scott, talking about Giants legend in backstop. Rob Brantley.
You mean Tigers legend?
Oh, he played for the Tigers too?
Look it up.
Wait, okay, so you guys remember a couple weeks ago we had our we were a little disappointed in our segment of creating the ultimate lineup with guys that have played for all three of us.
Well, see, the problem is he never played for the major leagues for the Detroit Tigers. We drafted him.
Oh, okay.
So we drafted him. He played for, I want to say, all three levels of our minor league system.
I'll look it up here real quick. I'm on this BREF. Give me a minute. I can confirm that in a sec for you.
And then he was part of the Anibal Sanchez trade. We shipped him to Florida. And he was one of the better catching prospects in baseball. He wasn't a top 100 guy or anything, but he was a solid catching prospect. And obviously then, we all remember him with the Marlins and that era of team and everything. But yeah, he was, we traded him and Jacob Turner for Anibal Sanchez and Omar Infante.
Wow.
This is correct. And Brian Flynn.
Call it one of my favorite materials to make a quarter sip out of. That's a fleece right there. That is a fleece by the Tigers.
Yeah, no.
Am I wrong, Diego?
What a line.
Am I wrong?
No, you're not. That was just a hell of a line.
No, thank you. I appreciate that.
Why are we yelling? Okay, La Russa's yelling at the umpire to start off the bottom of the first. We haven't even thrown a pitch yet. He's leaving the dugout now.
Why is he? Is it because DJ?
He's smiling at him. He said, "Okay, that was weird." A lot of yelling for not even a pitch.
I do like the hand motion the umpires are.
Larissa he's been there at the ballpark for one game already. He doesn't know why he's still there.
Yeah,
wants to go home.
He's like, wait a minute.
Ejected, I can go home.
He's like, wait a minute. The first we just finished.
This isn't the 10th. What do you mean? Dude, I think you put a zero up there.
Dude, you'd say you'd blow it. You said you'd blow to help my car start, man. Come on, you gotta.
Yeah, Brantley did play at all three levels.
Sorry. It might be a little early to pull a reference like that out, but
either way, yeah, Scott, you were right about all three levels of the Tigers minor league system. This is where Brantley played.
Yeah, I thought he got pretty far. I think because I'm pretty sure
AAA.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he debuted. We traded him, and then he just went straight to the majors. So. To the Marlins major. So I think that he was on the cusp of making it, but we had pretty good catchers during the Nebraska era, so there was not really a future for man. It's just the Nebraska way to just trade any prospects you have. So
it's also true.
Hey man, speaking of prospects, Nolan Gorman,
massive Libertor.
I mean, they sent him back down already. That was a bit of a. However, I was texting about this with Scott today. Steven Matz left his start 4 pitches in today.
Yeah, that really was devastating for you guys. It was a really close game. I'm sorry that happened.
So he left with the lead, which that's the only thing I don't like is a winning pitcher. You have to record at least 4 innings because if that rule didn't exist, Steven Matz would have, I believe, been the winning pitcher today.
You know what's messed up is the only reason I agree with that is because it's not the same for a loss. You could give up one. You could throw one pitch. It could be a home run, and then it could end 1-0, and you'd get the loss.
Yeah, I don't know if it. Yeah.
I don't like
an outdated stat.
They're just
pitcher
the dumb
records
stat.
Or a dumb stat.
We should let's get rid of just the losses because then I think everyone would be a lot happier.
For a second, I thought you were gonna say let's get rid of pitchers. So I was be like,
No. I mean, clearly the Cardinals' 2-way experimentation has not gone well because Yachty and Pujols, God bless them. Those boys
old.
They have combined. Math. Sorry. They've hit combined 2 more home runs than they've given up this year as pitchers.
So they've hit 6 total and have given up 4.
Correct, yeah.
That adds up.
This we could be in for a doozy here, boys.
Yeah, I mean,
with all the drama from this weekend.
Yeah.
There was a lot of drama and And on top of that, just like good baseball being played. So we could be in for a ride here.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
I'm very excited. Michael Kopech always feels like a bit of an enigma, a bit of a mystery to me because I
In what
want to
sense?
believe
Interesting guy.
that he'll be a legit, like, top of the line starting pitcher because he's got the talent.
Mhm.
There's just something in the back of my mind that I get worried when he pitches.
Worried
I don't know
about
if you
what?
guys just like, is he gonna? Is like something gonna snap?
Pull up.
Like is he
Oh,
gonna
an
pull up?
injury worry?
Is the lat gonna? Is the hamstring? Is he gonna land and be like, ooh, I don't know what it is. It just so I have this weird inkling of like, and it could just be because he throws that hard, but it just part of me is like,
He does.
I get
Yeah,
nervous.
he's wild to me. I remember when they called him up, I was spending the weekend at my one of my closest friends' place, and he
Mhm.
does not give a lick about baseball. Probably could not name like 10 players. And one night we had we had like a couple of other of our friends over. We probably had like 7, 8, 10 people
A
over,
solid gathering.
and yeah, it was a
Nice
fun
little-
time, and we were all catching up and everything during the day, and I was like, oh my goodness, the White Sox just called up Michael Kopech, and I was the only person there that knew what that meant. And I brought my laptop, thankfully, for the weekend, and pulled
You
up
sit in the
MLB.
corner.
I pulled up MLB TV, put it on their little like the coffee table at my buddy's place, and forced every single person there that does not care at all about baseball to watch Michael Kopech's major league
There you
debut.
go.
And
Watch go 2 innings.
was like explaining to them like everything, like he got a strikeout, and I was explaining like the pitch mix and like why he's so
There you
good
go.
and like everything, and why this was such a big deal that he was starting, and why the White Sox, who had like 4 fans all season, have a sellout crowd randomly. Like I was like going through and like having to do the whole rundown of everything. It was it was a time. It was an event for sure.
So I mean,
But
anyone that
cool though. Like I for as not a huge fan of the Chicago White Sox as I am, I do really like watching Michael Kopech pitch. He's a hell of a ball player.
So just I think the lesson from that story is, if you guys didn't feel as
Force
though
your friends to watch baseball.
for all of the
Yes.
other massive baseball dorks that rock with us, if you were at all concerned that this wasn't a safe space for you, I think that story solidifies that you are in very good company in that regard.
Yeah, it's not the first, second, or third time I've done that. So
Yeah.
Won't be the last either, I'm sure.
MLB TV, by the way, get rid of those blackouts. As someone that lives in the state of Iowa, get rid of those blackouts, guys.
Iowa
Get rid of
L.
them.
Comment
I'm not-
Iowa L.
I will not be naming the website on air, but I have to use certain websites to watch. Oh, I don't know, like 30% of every game that ever happens, and that's wildly upsetting.
Well, because 6 teams are blacked out in Iowa, right?
Correct.
Iowa is the biggest dead zone literally in the entire country. Yeah.
Yeah.
So 6 teams are blacked out, and assuming none of those teams are playing each other,
Get punked, dude.
that is 12 teams that you cannot watch.
Correct. Yeah, that's over a third.
12 out of how many teams?
30. So
30.
that's
What
6
are
out
we
of
doing?
that's 6 out of 15, which is what,
Yeah.
38%?
If none of them are playing each other, yeah, that's
That's
You
exactly
can't watch over a
38%
third of the
actually.
league.
Let's go. Yeah. Don't worry,
It's
Scott.
ridiculous.
Detroit is I think Detroit is geographically the closest team to me that's not blacked out.
Top 2.
good.
So also, Scott, I am in a nail biter of I felt the spirit of Scott Bentley possess me today, because I'm presently still in a nail biter of a fantasy matchup, and I needed a couple saves today, and I heard Gregory Soto's music for the 9th inning, and I stood up, and this is not an exaggeration, I was in this exact spot with my dual monitors. I was watching 2 games at once. I'm standing here, hands on my hips, sweating. I felt sweat
We- yeah,
Sweating
we-
that
down
quarters
my
in.
body.
we all sweat when he goes to the bump too.
And
so.
he drilled Josh Naylor on the
On an
first
0-2
AB.
count.
Yep, and I was like, oh, I'm like, not again. I'm like, please, it can't. I'm like, I'm like,
Not
Gregory,
today.
if there is ever a time I need a clean 3 from you,
Greg,
it's right now. But big Greg Soto got it done. So
he did. Oh, that's
As
a
of-
hanger.
as of right now,
Oh, that was weird. Dude, can we get rid of the green screen on the outfield grass? What are we doing?
yeah, I hate that. They're starting to put it in like in center field as well. Like you guys remember last week they had that like in the outfield, like during the game, and I'm like, dude, like thank you, Lone Depot. I know that you guys exist. I really don't need it in grass.
So dumb.
I could not care less.
Having said, the only ads that are good are the kind folks that advertise for us on our broadcasts.
Of
So
course.
We're
if
also
Lone-
willing to be sponsored by anybody out there.
Presently not. Well, I'm sure that I'll name drop some company that should sponsor us today. But
We'll get there.
You always do.
we'll find a way. We'll find a way. It'll pay dividends
hard.
one day.
Yeah, one day when we get sponsored by some random company,
Yeah,
like, we'll look back at this
exactly.
moment and be like, yeah, they watch us and like these 3 bozos need our money,
Yeah, exactly.
and we'll take it happily.
Wow.
Also, we were
This
we were talking
Donaldson
about-
TA thing, man. It's just like all over. You can't even get through a
Yeah.
batter without somebody bringing up a video or talking about it or
And
commenting about
listen,
it or
man.
whatever.
Like, I've never met Josh Donaldson as a person. He
I don't want
seems
to.
he seems real annoying from his internet presence and from how literally every single other player in the league seems to openly talk about how he's the worst.
He seems like the
Did you
kind of
guys
guy the
see that?
Yankees would
The
want.
camera was pointing at Tim Anderson, and he looked at the camera and went, "Watch the gate. Get off me. Watch the game."
That's what I'm saying. Like, TA is like so like. I
Likable.
love TA. I
TA
love Tim
is
Anderson.
the man, dude.
Like,
And here's the again,
this is a Tigers fan. This is Tigers fan.
right.
Scott
I
Bowman.
can't stand the Chicago White Sox, and they don't like me. Their fan base is not a big fan of your boy, and I, as a person, like, man, I really do. I love TA.
He's electric.
And yeah, it's just what a
We've
brouhaha this weekend has turned into between these
We've all
two
got
teams.
those guys though. It doesn't matter what team they're on, where you're just kind of like this is my boy. Like I could watch. Like there's a list of guys where, like if I see him get hit by a pitch, like I'm like, all right,
Hey,
where's
yo,
I'm like,
hey,
oh,
whoa.
I'm like, where's
Hey.
I'm like, get over the railing, let's go, bring the bullpens out. Like, what are we doing? Let's stand up.
Why
for
have
this
you
guy.
not charged the mound?
Yeah, exactly. Like if I see Keith Brian Hayes get hit by a pitch, I'm like, all right. I'm like, so it's war then. I'm like, we declared war on the Pittsburgh Pirates. Stupid,
this
by
is
the
it.
way. Stupid, by the way. They're literally pirates.
They are literally pirates.
Yeah, and you guys are birds.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
Wonder
Oh,
who's gonna win that battle.
Okay. Hey, first of all,
Like-
Scott, good luck shooting us with those muskets. Okay, the birds would fly way too fast. They wouldn't be able. I'll
So
say
they
that.
run away
No,
like
dude.
cowards. Is that what you're
Yeah,
saying?
for sure. I mean, sure, that's one way to look at it. I think the birds would probably outlive the pirates because they'd all die of scurvy before the birds would.
There's
How
no
long
way
do you
the
think
birds'
birds live?
lifespan. Yeah, like the
Um,
lifespan of birds.
I don't know
Not
how long
that
the
long.
lifespan
Hold
of a cardinal bird is. Actually,
I'll tell you in a second here.
I don't think it's that long, dog.
Pirates died at like 20, so I figured out an outside shot here.
3 years.
Close. Wow. That's great. 3 years. That's
3
honestly really
years.
surprising.
Average lifespan of a cardinal.
There's actually a
3
ton
years in the wild.
on my railing on my balcony, like every morning.
Wow, dude.
There's all right, Scott. It's a nice story. You know what? Now it's like now I don't even want to tell it. You know,
We're waiting
This
for
is-
you to keep going. Like,
No. Scott and I are in. Scott and I are the boyfriend and girlfriend that are so close to breaking up, but just won't do it. Just every discussion becomes, "Are you gonna let me finish?" Now I don't even want to say it.
Literally finish your story.
It's nice because I get to wake up every morning because there's a lot of cardinal birds that'll hang out on my balcony, like on my chairs and on my railing. So it's a nice little. It's a very peaceful mornings. Happened again this morning. Got to wake
Nice.
up, had some birds chirping. I walked out with some cardinals. I was like, that's a good omen. Sure enough.
It's a good omen.
I told you to finish your story, and I see cardinals sometimes.
Yeah.
No, most days.
Oh, that was
actually.
super worth it.
All right, Scott.
Scott's just mad because he can't walk out of his house and see tigers
Yeah.
every day.
The Detroit Zoo is right there. I don't know what you're
Okay.
talking about. It's
All right,
literally right there.
You're right, my
All right.
bad.
Can you see tigers from right there?
You probably could.
Not from my window, I guess.
Okay.
No,
You
but
got,
like it's right around the
What-
corner. Like literally, I live on the road that the zoo is on. Like it's right
Sorry,
there.
and then never mind. I'm about to be like, go ahead, dox yourself. Where?
Woodward. It's like they're not gonna. I'm not doxing
No.
myself by saying I live on the busiest road in the state of Michigan. Like
No. I was obviously not just the street, Scott. I was.
Your home address is what now?
Yeah, exactly.
Right,
That's
yeah.
some work. Scott's IP address is 238.
Gosh. That's good. Big fan. But if I didn't, this now got me thinking, just that very quick discussion. If every MLB mascot was like real, and they all fought to the death, who's winning?
your
The
team.
Giants.
The
Yeah.
Giants? Is it the Giants?
Yeah. They're like 20
I
foot
hadn't put
tall
enough.
monsters.
That's reasonable.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of.
Look at
Your-
this
your
current
team.
matchup. You've got
Yeah,
dry
you're right.
cleaning versus obnoxious dickheads. Neither of them are advancing past the first round.
How about I mean,
It's like snakes and
Colorado's
stuff.
logo is mascot is a
mountains.
mountain.
That's
Oh,
also
okay.
true.
So maybe would the mountain?
No, it's not the
Well, but it's-
Avalanche. That's different. This is just the
That's-
mountain,
Yeah, the Avalanche, the hockey team.
just
Would-
doing nothing.
Would the mountain? Could the mountain withstand? Like a giant. Okay, so to defeat the mountain, they'd have to dismantle the mountain, right? Does
No,
the giant?
I think you just it's a mountain. It doesn't get to
Right.
win. It's a
You
mountain.
just-
Oh, okay. So I'm playing the
It
the
doesn't
giant.
get to win.
A mountain. If you can't attack, you don't just get to claim victory because you can't get defeated.
That's reasonable.
But it could take a lot of damage.
Yes, but it can't
Sure.
give any damage.
Cincinnati's the color red.
Yeah.
Yes.
Like,
Plus,
I mean, maybe
the
this was a
torrid-
stupid question.
Plus the torrid affair that Mr. Redleg and Mrs. Met are having would,
Never forget.
would
That's
destroy.
Never ever
It
forget.
would
You're
destroy
right.
any chance the Reds have. They don't have the mental game. They don't have the mental
It's
game.
not there.
It's not there. They're lovers, not fighters. The Reds and Mets are out. Actually, Mr.
What's a Met?
A big
Metropolitan?
big baseball man that can't give the bird.
So okay. So Mets is short for metropolitan. That's the same
Yeah.
as Rockies.
Yeah,
A
it's a place.
metropolitan is not. That's a location. That's not a
Okay.
I mean,
thing. So like you're
yeah.
done.
All right.
The Angels are. I mean,
The Angels. That's a good
Jury's
call.
Interesting.
Jury's out because their logo is they don't depict like a biblically accurate angel. You know what I mean? Like it's not like a
they
big
picked
scary
the
one.
letter A with the halo.
I mean, ours is the Tigers, and our logo's a letter. Like
Well, no,
that
your
doesn't mean
ultimate
anything.
logo's a tiger, though, isn't it?
We had like an alternate thing where in 2006 we had like a tiger in our D, but we haven't used that in over a decade. No, it's just
Is
the
it
old
still
English
in
D.
an alt? Is it still like an official alternate logo
No,
though, or is it? Okay,
is not.
Okay. That was why I was curious.
No, we are the Detroit Tigers, and there is no logo, alternate logo, anything that technically involves a tiger on it
Really
currently.
interesting.
We have had them in the past. but
Cardinals need to bring
there
back.
is none there.
Cardinals need to bring back Slugbird as the alternate logo. Ben, big fan.
Slugbird.
My favorite Tigers logo. Look up the 1968 Tigers logo.
Is that the cracked out
I'm
tiger?
all right.
No, that is not the cracked out tiger.
Sorry, I'm
That-
okay. I
That's
don't need to
from
look that one up.
that's from the
Alright.
20s. The cracked out tiger is a trip. Yes. But no, the 68 one's my favorite. That's the it's like a tiger. It says Detroit Tigers in a circle, and there's a tiger head in the middle. I think it's cool.
Yeah, that's the. What, this is the tiger I was talking about.
Oh,
No,
No,
maybe
it's
it's
not.
not. No, it's not. You're right. They said it was the
Definitely
20s
isn't.
one.
Yeah, look up like
That's like the weird one.
1927 Tigers logo.
Oh, yep, you're right. You're right.
I am right.
Yeah, I don't know why. I forgot about this one.
Breaking
The
news
one
here on Sunday Night Watch Party. Scott Bentley knows something about the Detroit Tigers.
Detroit Tigers.
Detroit Tigers.
I just realized the comment. I just realized that you said no because it was 68.
Oh, yeah,
I genuinely did not put that together until right
yeah, I'm like, no, I'm good. I'm
That's
look
my
up
fault.
No, it's not. I mean, look, you listen, man. Celebrate a World Series championship, all right? You know,
it's our second most recent one. So
yeah. It's it's the reason
you
why
guys
I
have won like
celebrate.
12. So
First of all, I appreciate you saying we're winning the World Series this year.
Oh, you won
no
11.
one said that.
We do have 11, yes.
That's crazy. My second guess was 13. So I must have just
Good, Scott. That's good.
came in hot.
That's good. That's good that you assume that.
Well, because at Bush 3, they have like the wall with like all the years on it, right? Is there a wall that has
sure.
like
it's on the
or
it's like
maybe
it's in center field. What you're thinking about? That's all the retired numbers. It's in right center. It's part of the LED scoreboard at the top. Has all the championships on it.
That's definitely what I was thinking.
Left field on the wall is all our retired numbers, along with Jackie at 42.
Got you.
Although technically, I believe that when they retired Robinson league wide, we had already retired 42 for Bruce Sutter. So we
have two 42s.
We do have two 42s. Yeah.
Okay.
So I think we're the only team that has that, along with the Yankees, right? Or we're the only two teams that have 42 retired for a player.
No, didn't Edgar wear 42? Mariners, Edgar. Didn't he wear 42?
I thought he wore. I don't. Let me look.
I maybe just made that up, but I thought.
I think you might have.
That's believable.
That's a really weird thing to get wrong. If I'm wrong, like I don't know why I would think that.
I mean, we know he. I was gonna say maybe we know he didn't wear 24 though. Like I was about to be like, I was about to give you credit, like, oh, maybe he had the number flipped.
Edgar,
like, he definitely
Mariners
did not
Edgar,
wear 24.
Mariners Edgar, right? Edgar Martinez.
Edgar?
Correct.
Yes, that's right. Yeah.
Or 11.
Man, did somebody on the Mariners wear 42? I swear there was a thing where like, no, just like. I swear there was a thing when they retired it league wide. They were like, "Oh, we're grandfathering in. Like if you were already wearing 42, you get to continue." And that's why Mo obviously got to. And I swear somebody else like lasted a decent amount of time. And I thought it was a Mariner, but I guess not.
I'll find it. I'll find who you're looking.
Here you go. MLB has a list of each club's last player to wear number 42.
I'm looking at the same thing.
Oh my God! Scroll. No.
Oh, are we racing?
I mean, you're already ahead of it, probably.
The Mariners.
God, are you thinking of? Move on.
No, but that's like one of my favorite non-Tigers of all time.
Are you thinking of Tiger legend Jose Lima?
Who?
Jose Lima.
No, I'm not thinking of Jose Lima. No.
Are you thinking of? Mo Vaughn is on this list a lot.
Yeah, he's the dog.
Yeah, Mo Vaughn is very good. Yeah, Scott, I'm gonna be honest.
That guy.
I don't know who you're thinking of.
I might have just
a lot of these guys are like 80s and 90s. Like Mo
Fair
Vaughn.
enough.
Mo Vaughn.
That's definitely not who I was thinking of. I might have just completely made something up.
You just.
It's all right. Scott
wanted to lie.
Scott, when he intentionally spreads misinformation.
A lot of guys named Scott on this list. There's like 3.
Yeah, it's because we're awesome.
That's fair, you know. D-backs never issued 42 because
that doesn't surprise me.
Because they existed after it was.
Yeah.
Yeah, they didn't exist pre it being available.
Yeah, I mean, I read it and then said like after I said it, I'm like, yeah, that makes sense.
The Rays too, then.
AJ Pollock, by the way, detonated that Chapman fastball. Like that was.
Yeah, he did.
Rays. I think that was the only time I saw on this list. So I mean, the Rays.
Did they really? So they mic'd. Do you guys?
Did.
They mic'd up AJ Pollock
Rays
for
never.
the game today.
I mean, the last couple of weeks have been pretty subpar with who they're making up. So
first of all, actually, Harrison Bader is not a subpar person to mic up. I went back and listened to his comments. He said some very, very nice things about not only the city of St. Louis, but he's pretty good. He's a pretty interesting guy to have mic'd up. I also learned last week there was a lot of speculation. We were like, "What's up with his glove color?" And I was like, "Oh, maybe he copied Genesis Cabrera." It is actually he went and color matched the Statue of Liberty. So it's that same like oxidized green that the Statue of Liberty is. That is
Oxidized copper.
That is why Harrison Bader's glove color is what it is. So I got to learn that.
But why? Oh, he's from New York, right?
He's from New York, yeah.
That's right. Okay. I guess that
Which
makes
is cool.
Sense. That's kind of cool.
That's pretty cool. I mean, because the color does. I mean, it stands out a little bit.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. I like that.
Andrew Vaughn is
a unit.
One of the best college hitters I've ever seen in my entire life.
You know who's been hitting absolute is Jace Jung down at Texas Tech. That dude has been raking.
He has.
And speaking of college ball, my Iowa Hawkeyes had an absolute football game a couple of days ago against Indiana.
30-14.
Oh, is that the 30-14 game?
16 was the final
16.
score. Iowa was losing at one point 13-2. I had a friend who was actually at that game.
That's insane.
And they were texting me like, I can't believe what I'm watching. I about left when it was 13-2. I almost left, and then we put up a 10 spot in the bottom half. I was like, well, now I can't go.
No, I can't go anywhere.
I mean, I just can't. I mean, a dude had, regardless of how valuable RBI is as a stat, a guy had 12 in one game, which is just outrageous.
Yeah, it's not.
That's insane.
Yeah, like again, you can bemoan RBI all you want, but you can't look me in the eyes and say that he had a great game. You can't have a bad game. You can't luck into 12.
Yeah,
I don't think RBI and single game basis is a bad stat. I just think season RBIs is dumb.
Yeah, agreed.
I think it can only be used in a more.
You need a lot of context for RBIs.
Yeah, I think I don't use a lack of RBI as a negative for a player, but if a guy does have a lot, I don't weight it a ton. But I'm like, he must be getting some knocks,
doing something right.
Yeah, he's got it. Even if it's like, oh, he's not as good of a hitter as other guys in the lineup, clearly he's doing something right in terms of situational hitting because the manager's penciling him in the lineup where he's in those spots to get those. So I guess I don't use it to detract.
Makes sense.
Otherwise, I'd be like, oh, Mike Trout doesn't have a lot of 100 RBI season. And it's like, ooh, he's still Mike Trout, dog.
Yeah.
Because doesn't he have a year he has 40? He's like 40 homers and it's like 93 RBI. It's something disgusting like that. Where you're like, how do you?
Yeah. Let me look it up. I've been on Mike Trout's BREF page for a solid hour today.
Sometimes I just stare. I let a little bit of drool. I let a little bit of drool come out of the corner of my mouth.
Is Donaldson playing?
I believe Josh Donaldson is in the line.
Might have played game 1.
He's at third?
I think.
Well, that's where he plays. You need to be that or DH him.
Because Stanton's DH.
Okay, I know that, Diego. Thank you so much.
The way you said it is he's at third. That is where he would be.
We'll
talk about that Severino
bit of a tumble there, yeah.
Yeah,
Well, it's just TA's now on base, and I'm just wondering.
Okay.
With less than an out, we could see if he is at third. If Donaldson is at third, we could see.
Also, shout out to Tim Anderson trying to bait Donaldson into making a good defensive play for once in his life, hitting that slow roller to third. Like he was like, yeah, let's see that arm, big boy.
But
what are we arguing here?
Season, I don't know anymore.
I think they're maybe arguing it hit TA's foot.
I don't know, probably something dumb.
Aaron Boone you know what Aaron Boone's saying to the umpire? Hey, remember when I hit that one home run in the playoffs and it's gifted me my entire career as a manager? Do you guys remember when that happened?
Yeah, I'm sure that's the conversation that's happening right now.
He's overrated, man. He's not even overrated. Yankees fans want him fired for the wrong reasons. because objectively, like this is where there's like a different level between being like a Yankees fan versus a Cardinals fan. Because I'm like, listen, if you win 90 games, like I think you should be fired? Maybe, but Yankees fans, it's like, oh, we won 91 games, we're trash, get them out of here. And it's like that's a good year. You're 20 games over 500. Like, I definitely did touch his foot a little bit, but.
Oh, he said, "Don't you ever call me that." The Yankees coaching staff is absolutely
1,000% hit his foot. But
like, just go manage the game. Like, who is this dude?
Yeah,
this guy looks like just someone I could on a high school with. That is just some random white guy. Get him out of here.
The umpire literally looked at him and said, "Don't you ever call me that." And then he went out and said, "Call you what?" And then he said whatever he said, but they cut away. And then he said, "No, I didn't." And then he sent him back into the dugout.
Shout out to these super sweaty Yankees fans in the white tank tops recording on the cell phones, by the way. Just
honestly,
they've got the meat sweats already, and it's top.
I will say props to the umpire for not having any ejections there. That's healthy. That's healthy.
Yeah. We've had quite the season for.
I can't stand umps who just like, you're ejected if you say anything to me. Like, grow up.
We've had quite the Sunday night for we got to watch the Schwarber first a couple weeks ago. That was immaculate.
Yeah, the umpiring cruise Sunday nights.
That was he was directing an orchestra.
Dog, Severino's cutter. Watch this 1-0 cutter.
Yeah,
that turns into 1-1.
Yeah,
that was.
I haven't even gotten the first pitch of that bat yet.
Roll the clip of me saying that's going to be on Pitching Ninja.
That is gross, dude. Holy cow!
Oh, I'm about to see it, so I'm very excited for it.
The 1-0 pitch that turns it to 1-1.
Yeah, I'm about to see it.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, that is a nice pitch.
Crazy nasty.
It's a great pitch. Not.
Scott, I saw in news around the league for prospects, I got to talk about Gorman a little bit. I saw Riley Green is starting to play in. I'm talking about prospects, man.
Yeah,
Luis Gonzalez has been nice.
Wilmer Flores, Detroit Tigers, like one of our top pitching prospects right now. Is named Wilmer Flores.
Brother of Wilmer Flores.
And he is the younger brother of Wilmer Flores.
My bad. Now I got it. No, I was gonna say I saw Riley Green is starting to get back into some game action. It's nice to see.
Yeah, not like real game. They're scrimmage games, and they're extended games. They're not even like real 9-inning ones either. But yes, he's getting some
reps.
Some ABs, which is nice to see. Hopefully a nice little mid-June return if everything goes well. It sounds like.
I can't wait for Riley Green to.
Oh no, it's DJ at third. It's DJ at third.
No clue.
My bad.
Man, I was gonna say I thought I saw Donaldson in the dugout.
So that means they're running IKF at short, Glaber at second, probably. Rizzo at first.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. Well,
yeah, it is. Looking at the replay.
So that means we don't have the potential TA on the base that Donaldson is playing. That's sad.
Sub him in.
We could. I mean, is Donaldson DHing this game? Does anyone know?
He is not. Stanton is.
Okay, so he's just not playing at all. That's super.
Unless he gets in like as a replacement, something.
Yeah, unless they like double switch it, because I don't know who's.
Yeah, but the American League is grown up now. Well, all of baseball is grown up now. We don't have pitchers.
Well, defensive replacement still exists.
Yeah, notable great defensive replacement, Josh Donaldson at third.
I mean, Glaber at second's not.
Yeah.
If you're going ideal,
so if you want to put, you want to move LeMahieu back to 2.
Yeah, if I'm making
that seems like a lot of work for like Josh Donaldson to get in the field.
Yeah, it's not going to happen. But
I mean, the Cardinals. I don't know how much Gabe Kapler in San Francisco's been doing this, but the Cardinals.
What a pitch!
Diego, I yearn for the day in which you love your manager, because then all three of us will.
I used to
on
a
the hype
lot,
train.
and then
Bochy
he
was the
retired.
man.
Then
Yeah.
he retired.
Before Ali got the in-house promotion, I said if the Cardinals go out of house, I'm like I'm making a call. I wanted Bruce to be like I wanted a due diligence call to Bruce Bochy.
No.
Okay, Scott.
Yeah, also no, but like,
well, it didn't happen, so we
that is
don't
a
like.
great pitch.
I don't think you realize how much I would not stand someone who managed the Giants and the Cardinals.
Yeah, okay, understandable.
Reasonable. That's
You
extremely
can't
reasonable.
don't be hating on Ollie though. All right, I love Ollie. But he's been doing a lot of that. He's been making a lot of I was texting my friend earlier. What I really like what the Cardinals have done this year, and it's like the clear difference between Mike Shilton and Ollie Marmol is, guys, if the batting order is very fluid, defensive positioning is very fluid, and during the game, like Ollie like subbed. Arenado was literally DH. Like it was an off day for him. They pulled him in like the fifth inning. It was like 10-0. They were like, okay, you've gotten 3 ABs today. And that's when Pujols got to come in. Like,
go hit the showers.
Yeah, exactly. And to just see that kind of like management, like Scott knows it more than any man, knows it better than any of us here right now. Like health is critical at any point in the season. And so to keep that load management and to keep guys rotating in and out like that, it's giving ABs to the young guys, letting guys get work everywhere. I don't know. I've been very happy with that. So
yeah,
nice.
Yeah, the health thing. Scott, who's pitching for the Tigers now that your entire rotation is hurt?
I'm pretty sure I'm starting on Tuesday.
Yeah, I think J. Roy's got the start for Wednesday.
Okay.
Yeah. So there. Yeah.
So our rotation as it stands is.
If you can name all 5, I know it's your job, but I'll still be impressed.
You probably can. Like, it's why would you be shocked by that?
It is my job. Yes,
because people keep getting hurt, man. Like,
I'd be more shocked if there like is 5 than Scott. Not
that's what I'm saying. Like, if he can name 5 guys, are going to be.
So today was Alex Faedo. He'll be up for a while.
Decent game.
Yeah, he looks good, man. I really like him.
Tigers won today, so
they did. So Alex Faedo, Bo Brisky. I mean, he's made like 6 starts for us. He got called up like a month ago, 3 weeks ago. Well, probably a month ago.
Sounds like the president of a fraternity that
when the injuries first started. No, he. So I actually interviewed him for the show last year. At the end of last season, because he won Tigers Minor League Pitcher of the Year.
Oh, okay.
And he was he had a really good year in Double-A last season. He went from like a nobody prospect that like nobody knew of to like top 15 in the org because of how good of a year he had last year. Like crazy good changeup, and then shoved in spring training too. Started off in AAA. Mize went down, and he got the call pretty quickly there. So he's like I said, he's made like 5 or 6 starts now already. So it's him and Faedo. I have like the locks at the top of the rotation. One dude that started off in Double-A and one dude that started off in high Single-A are like the top 2 pitchers in our rotation.
Nice.
Then tomorrow, first career start for Elvin Rodriguez, who just got added to 40-man after last season. Has had some success in the minors, had a good year in Double-A last year as well. But like has a good slider, decent fastball. But like I think most people project as like a depth bullpen piece, like definitely
a swingman.
Yeah, like not a guy that people look at and are like, oh, like he's a starting pitcher going forward, like that, or like even really, I'm not even sure anybody's really like, oh, like he's gonna be like a really good major leaguer. Like
he's a guy for sure.
I mean, he's young and he's had a good minor league career so the last couple of years at least.
Okay.
He's young. He's got a really good slider, and he's been starting games in the minors. So like, he's only made one other appearance at the majors this year, and he got rocked in 1 inning of work, and then we just sent him down to AAA after. So he's getting the start tomorrow. That's 3. It does sound like Scooble's going to miss the IL. So I guess
There you
technically
go. He's been great.
he would. Yeah. Oh, dude.
Yeah, Scooble's been
Cy Scooble. He's been unreal. He's got. I think he hasn't given up a run in 20 innings, and his ERA's down to like 1.8 or 1.7. He's been nuts.
Jeez.
So it sounds like his start might just get pushed back a day or two, but he's not even gonna miss like one time through the rotation. He's gonna avoid the IL entirely. It sounds like so. He's just got a really bad bruise, like no structural damage at all. So he's still in there. That's 4. And then, 5th is like the fun game where like it's TBD. And the joke in the fan base today was, oh, TBD is having shoulder tightness and he's going to head to the IL.
It's Bartolo Colon. No.
That was actually a thing. Like the fan base.
Signed Bartolo.
Because Miguel Cabrera commented. Miguel Cabrera commented on an Instagram picture. It was like, like all of our pitchers are hurt. That's literally what he said. Oh my gosh, it's Rob Brantley. Is that why we were talking about him?
Yeah, because he's starting at catcher for the Yankees tonight.
Oh, that's hilarious.
That's why we were talking about him.
How old is he?
32. We looked it up earlier.
Wow, Rob Brantley.
Yeah, this is why we were talking about.
I thought, man. I was like, yeah, dude. I mean, Diego, we shouldn't be too shocked though, because it's super on brand for us to just randomly be talking about like God knows who. So I don't want to act like that was like too ridiculous.
You guys remember Trevor Brown?
No.
Yeah, you shouldn't. He was a catcher for the Giants in like 2016 for like all of.
Oh, are we just naming random dude? A guy I used to absolutely hate. That was the Cardinals backup catcher.
I didn't hate him. Just a guy.
Was Tony Cruz though for the Cardinals? He was like the backup, and I'm pretty sure he was backup during like peak-ish Yachty years. So it used to drive me nuts whenever he would play because it was just like this is back in the day where first of all, yes, but like it's not even like now where I'm like, oh, like Kisner at least is like also a good defender and can like hit reasonably well. He couldn't hit, and he was a worse defender. So it was like, what are we? He has a negative. His WAR for his career is negative 2.9.
Nice.
So, like his best season, his rookie year for us, he played in 38 games, had an 88 OPS plus. Like, just not a good player.
That's pretty good. I don't know what you're talking about. 88 OPS plus electric.
Yeah, I mean, for the catcher position, that's like slightly below average, I guess. But
I think that's probably about average for the catcher position.
Yeah, but again, that rookie season was 2012, which is the year Yachty had like the 7 WAR year. So it was like, get this dude out of my lineup. And he just like free out every time. He used to drive me bananas.
Love that.
We've all got We've all got players that have played for our teams that, as much as we would like to love them,
I'm trying to think
please don't ever start another game for this team.
What Giants I really just hated.
Starter?
No, Scott. I was saying so I was saying Tony Cruz for the Cardinals was like he was Yachty's backup during like peak Yachty, and for his career had a negative 3 WAR. So he was not as good as a defender, and not as good as it like. Obviously not even close to the same hitter as peak Yachty. So it was just, I used to hate every time he was in the lineup because it was a free out.
Well, yeah, mine, good old RR. I don't even like saying his name.
Yeah, I was going to say, I'm like, I don't want to dare utter the name on screen.
No one can say his name. Man.
Scott will leave.
I will. What a waste of a roster spot.
I'm trying to think of any Giants I truly hated. Like, I feel like most of the Giants lately have been like likable, at least.
I don't think.
At least towards the end of his career, I could not stand Santiago Casilla.
Okay.
Like every time he'd come into a game, I'm like, well, there goes the game. Like he was horrific after.
How do you like Pablo Sandoval? That's my question.
He was a good Giant. That's why he was
Nope.
terrible for everybody else, but he was a good Giant.
No.
Doesn't tell you. Oh, Casey McGee.
Oh,
God, Casey
Tigers
McGee.
legend. Tigers legend.
Hate Casey McGee. My God.
Detroit Tigers legend.
Hold on, let me look up. He was awful in San Francisco.
He played like 2 games for the Detroit Tigers, if that.
Did he play a decent amount for the Tigers?
I just confused.
I know he played for the Marlins. What am I talking about?
I confused. Casey.
Didn't
McGee
he have a 3 home run game?
Also, Jarrett Parker. I hated him.
I swear, Casey McGee had
wasn't he the guy for
game.
Oakland that popped off for 1 year and then was bad for the rest of his career?
Yeah,
that's most Oakland Athletics.
Casey McGee had 1 good year in Miami, I think.
Yeah, McGee was in Miami.
Wasn't he was part of that the year they signed Heath Bell and was he part of that?
Yeah, I think so.
Heath Bell
played 30 games for the Tigers.
30? Yeah, that sounds about right.
Yeah, and he spent. He played 49 games for the Giants. Hit .213, 59 OPS plus.
Wow, better than Tony Cruz.
Wait, I want to see because I remember he was traded to the Giants for Luis Castillo and Kendry Flores.
What a great deal.
The Luis Castillo.
That's what I love about baseball more than any other sport, except maybe hockey, is just trades that just end up amounting to yep, some names were exchanged. Nothing really significant happened with that. It just happened.
Yeah. I mean, Luis Castillo's,
That's a guy right now doing things.
Yeah, it's certainly a good player.
Casey, Jarrett Parker, I hate with. I absolutely hate. I also hate Mac Williamson. And now that I'm remembering names, Mac Williamson is the definition of quadruple A player. He was so good in the minors and was awful every single time he got to the big leagues. Just horrific.
There's only 2 Giants players I've ever had legitimate disdain for. Cueto's one of them, but I mean, and then Ishikawa, that goes without saying.
Travis Ishikawa, what a legend.
Yeah.
Mine is a lot.
Most of the 2012 team.
Easily number 1 is Pablo, and it's not even close.
I could and Diego, honestly, I could hate more Giants, but I don't know, man. Tim Lincecum was cool. I loved Madison Bumgarner. I was the guy 5-6 years ago that 5-6 years ago, I was the guy that would get in the classic argument of Game 7, right? This is back in 2012 through 2017. I'm listen, man, it's Game 7 of the World Series. Who's the one pitcher in baseball you want pitching? I was Madison Bumgarner. Madison Bumgarner. And people are oh, how dare you say that over Clayton Kershaw? I'm a Cardinals fan. I have watched Clayton Kershaw get owned by Fat Adams. Do not.
Hey,
test
whoa!
me.
Is this Matt Adams disrespect? Whoa!
No, hey, whoa!
That's a king.
I love Matt Adams.
Hey, whoa!
That is a king, dog.
I love Matt Adams. Don't get me wrong. He's the reason Juan Yepez. He's the reason Juan Yepez is a St. Louis Cardinal. So
shout out Juan Yepez.
He's the
correct answer to that in that entire time frame is Justin Verlander. By the way, grow up.
The correct answer is Madison Bumgarner.
It's Bumgarner for the playoffs.
In the Game 7 World Series, the answer is Madison Bumgarner.
I wanted Bumgarner for that. Scott, I watched Justin Verlander pitch against my team in a World Series. It did not go well. So
cool. He also has 92 Game 5 and Game 7 shutouts in the DS and CS. Thinking that he's just oh, the World Series is too big for me, but I have a 0 E in the ERA and the CS. That's not how anything works.
I'm saying
the answer
Verlander is much better.
Absolutely Justin Verlander.
But also Madison Bumgarner.
From 2012 to 2017, there's no way. There's absolutely no way.
The reason that I would have said that back then is because of the fact that I had the bias of I watched Justin Verlander pitch against my team in the World Series.
When he was a rookie in 2006?
I was 13. I just said back then. That's why I would have made that
Well,
argument.
you were a dumb 13-year-old then. 'Cause goodness.
Is there anyone that's
Is there-
not? Like
I was a
anyone who's not
genius.
13?
No,
is
you
probably not
weren't.
a 13-year-old.
Any sort of genius that could have possibly come out of that dome was growing out of that afro. It was all leaving in the afro.
That's true.
There was no intelligence points
True.
left. It all went to the fro, and that's okay. Because you shaved the fro off, and since then,
I did.
all right.
It stays in there now.
Yeah, now it stays in there. But I don't want to hear this. You were a dumb 13-year-old. The sky's also blue, and the grass is green too.
Well,
that out
I'm
of
just saying you were.
Get that out of here, man.
Anyway, where does this conversation even start? Like,
We're talking about Giants we hate. Okay, Pablo
yeah, that's
Sandoval's
right.
definitely one.
yeah.
Jared Parker,
I
I
actually
hate.
don't dislike Madison Bumgarner. Like he's cool.
He's a
Tim
weirdo.
Lincecum
I
is
love him.
awesome.
The dog.
Big
Buster
time
Posey's up there, and like
You hate
he's
him because of the Buster Posey rule. That's why you hate him.
well, and seeing him go, when Miguel Cabrera strikes out for a final out is up there too, buddy. But
Also,
yes,
that
definitely,
makes sense.
definitely the Buster Posey
I
rule is
respect-
also
I
a
respect
big reason.
Buster. I respect.
Here's the thing with Buster. I have this like weird conundrum in my head where like I love all catchers.
Except
and-
Buster Posey.
clip,
He was
clip for me,
and-
just for me to use personally. Thank you. Clip.
and I love all catchers because they're catchers. And
Yeah.
he is also a really cool guy. Like he's a nice, genuinely awesome
Yeah.
human being.
From all
Yeah.
accounts. For
But
sure.
in the baseball world, I
Scott,
can't
not
stand
standing.
you, Buster Posey. I can't do it. Off
Which
the
I think is
field,
reasonable.
great dude. You're retired now. You're the best catcher of the generation. You're a Hall of Famer. It's all true. I loved watching you play because you were so good at your job. In terms of like fandom, can't stand you. It's very specific, like niche of like dislike.
I like Buster a lot because he was part of the Posey, Molina, Mauer. I don't want to say catcher renaissance because like Pudge was like that guy in the like the 90s and in the 2000s, but like he was part of. There was a bit of like a resurgence, like a return to prominence of like
For sure.
of catchers being MVPs. And like there's like three guys that really helped spear that, and that's Mauer, Posey, Molina. So I got a lot of respect for the fact that like,
Yeah,
helped.
Molina won a lot of MVPs.
all right, first of all, he's got multiple top fives if memory
Huh.
serves.
That's
Oh,
the biggest
man.
cookie maybe
So-
of all time.
My point being is that he helped. He helped.
I'm just
steer
saying
that.
the other two actually have MVPs, and you just threw Molina in there. You're like, oh yeah, he's part of the MVP renaissance. The other two actually got MVPs.
I mean, it's fair because the year
Just saying.
Buster won. What did he get? Second or third? The year
Not
Posey won
first.
MVP. Yeah, the year Posey won, Molina was definitely top three as well.
He
My
got it,
points.
Diego.
My points
I'm
still
just saying.
stand.
How's it know your catcher's best season wasn't even the best catcher season that year?
That is
I don't
kinda
care
funny.
because he's still going to make
Funny.
the Hall of Fame, and I will drink all of your tears when he does. It's going to be awesome, and he's going to get his number retired.
I'm
Like,
not
it's
gonna cry when he makes the Hall of Fame.
Yeah,
You
neither
will.
am I.
Everyone is going to whine and go, but Brian McCann, but Russell Martin, shut up. He's
They
better
should
than
also
both.
be
They
in the Hall
should
of
be in the
Fame.
Hall of Fame. We've
But he's better
literally
than
had
both of
this
us. I don't care.
discussion.
I don't care. He's better than
We have
both.
this discussion like every week. Like,
I know, and I'll still make it because he is still better.
Garza, you notice how none of us are arguing with you about this?
I
point?
just get upset by it because I let everything get to me and I shouldn't. It's just that's who I am and it's okay. I'm working on it, but
We're just busting your balls.
I know you are, Scott, but it irks me so bad.
Not even
The
real.
amount of
It
just-
just works.
the amount of just Cardinal slander I've just let go in my life. Whoa. It hurts me. It hurts me.
You know, if you don't want to get Cardinal slander, maybe you should consider being a fan of a better team.
I never will though.
Or like
that's
a cooler
insane.
team, not even.
Yeah, at
better.
least
We
a
are
cooler
a cool
team.
team. We're a very good. We're a very cool team.
Said no
That
one
was
outside the city
funny.
of St. Louis.
That one was funny.
I'm sorry. Exciting players, great uniforms, great stadium, great history. What one more?
Paul
could you ask for?
Goldschmidt, just such a
Yeah, dude.
oozing with
Yeah, dude.
excitement.
Because that's who I was thinking of. I'm thinking of like Nolan Arenado. Also,
Yeah.
Paul Goldschmidt is maybe gonna win NL MVP.
42-year-old Albert Pujols, just electric factory.
Yep, 2-homer game today. So yeah, electric
Yeah,
factory.
one
indeed.
was when it was 15-0.
What was the other one? 430 dead left. All right, I don't want to hear it. That was a
It's
bomb.
Pittsburgh. It's basically a AAA team.
I listen. Do I care? Do I care?
No, you shouldn't care.
When Miguel Cabrera hits a home run off that AAA team in Kansas City, do I make a comment? No, I don't. I don't.
Did he do that this year?
No, but he will, I'm sure, because it's a terrible team.
I'm trying to think. He actually might have. I'm actually trying to think. I think
Okay,
he did.
C point still stands. I don't get after you because he hits a home run against Jackson Coer or whatever bum they're throwing out that day.
Jackson Coer was really good in college.
Whoa.
What was that response?
He was.
I don't care. Who'd he play for?
Florida.
Mickey Mouse school doesn't count.
Okay.
Dude, that's literally, I think that's, for my
That's a
money,
good
that's like
college
literally the
baseball team.
best college rotation of all time. It was Faedo, Coer, and Singer.
That Singer, yeah.
Was literally all in
that's
the
not bad.
rotation at the same time. And Faedo won Golden Spikes. They won the College World Series. Like,
I know. I got a cousin.
That was a
goes to-
fun team.
I got a
fun
cousin
team
that
to
goes
watch.
to Arkansas. I got an obligation to dunk on other SEC.
Arkansas.
Dude, speaking of SEC though, man, Tennessee has been unreal.
they're
this
really
year.
good, man.
They are like, not shockingly good because they went into the season with a little bit of hype, but I mean,
Yeah, they're really good.
I've been very surprised with how well they've been playing.
Yeah.
Also, while we're just talking
College
about
World Series.
collegiate Oklahoma softball, dude, is just like every game.
Nuts.
I turned the game. I was like,
Juggernaut.
oh, Oklahoma's playing. Now they're up 10-0 in the third. I'm like, okay. Like,
Literally a juggernaut.
They're
Absurd, dude.
insane.
they have hit. What's the number? It's like they've hit more home runs than runs they've allowed this year. Like
Probably.
that.
I
That's-
believe it.
How? Like I can't even conceptualize how that's possible. That is.
I've got
absurd.
a friend that works for Auburn softball. She's a trainer for that team because she's going to Auburn for her master's or whatever.
Nice, yeah.
And I haven't talked to her recently, but she posts on her story all the time, like all the softball stuff. And I'm like, man, you make this seem like so cool. I wish I could just do something like this, like for any sport.
Oh my god, yeah. I'm ungodly
So
jealous
cool.
of fellow Cardinals fan Will Arvin because he gets to work for Cleveland, dude. Like that's so much fun. He gets to hang out and do indie ball graphics all day. Come on now.
Oh, that's what I wanted to say earlier. Speaking of college baseball, Andrew Vaughn.
Oh
No,
yeah.
yes.
Dude.
For Cal, dude.
Like straight up, maybe in like the 3 best college hitters of our lifetime. Like it's he's in that conversation. Like crazy.
Yeah. I like. Yeah, hitter. Yeah,
Reasonable.
top 3 hitters. Yeah, there's
Top
an
3
argument.
college hitters of our lifetime. Like it's like him, Torkelson,
KB.
KB.
Was nuts.
Yeah, KB's definitely in there.
I honestly might feel comfortable with that as a top 3 right there.
Yeah,
I don't know the
I'm
order
trying to
specifically, but that feels
Oh, that's a plunk. But no, he was crazy, man. I just remember like hoping that he would fall to us, and I was like, come on, somebody ahead of us screw it up. And then we got Riley Green, so I was like, all right, well, I think I'm good.
You're like,
Dude.
all right, content.
Hey, we're talking about people falling. Quinn, one of our writers, great Twitter follow as well, was talking. He tweeted this out, and I remember
The guy who
vividly
sent
too.
flowers to the GM of the.
That's
Cardinals.
correct. Yes,
That guy.
well earned. As much chagrin as, which is really funny. People talk about John Mosey like he's still the GM. He hasn't been our GM for like 5 years. When Nolan Gorman fell to us in the draft, I remember being like, no effing way did we just get this dude? Like, just everything I'd seen about this kid was like, okay, so he's just going to come up and just hit absolute rockets.
Who?
From day one. Nolan Gorman.
Oh, yeah.
When he fell to us in the draft, I was like, I cannot believe what I'm seeing. Like, this dude's available to us. Oh, my God, go get him.
Right now.
And yeah, so and this weekend, more of the same, dude. I mean, first AB beats the shift with a 107-mile-an-hour single. I was like, yep, I'm like, deliver. That's exactly what I wanted to see.
He's the guy.
I'm very excited. And honestly, like the Cardinals being contact-oriented pitching, like there was a lot of ground balls. Like he had a chance to make a lot of plays. And he did a decent job. So
because he plays second, question mark?
He plays like a 50, 55 potential grade second. And again, I'm a Cardinals fan, but like Tommy Edman is legitimately like a 70, 75 grade second baseman. So making this move, like the debate with the Cardinals is like, is it going to be sacrificing too much of our team? Like, what about him as the DH? But then with the Yepez raking as it's like, we got to keep him and his bat in the lineup. And like, at this point we've manipulated the service time. He's got to come up. I'm okay with it. I'm okay with it because the rest of our infield is that good defensively.
You're okay with manipulating service time, Carson? Wow, it's
no. I'm okay with Edman moving to short and Gorman being at second because of how good the rest of the infield is. Okay. Like he's and we've like Jose Oquendo's been working with him, and I don't know. He seems very committed to being above average, which like I will take.
Very committed to being good.
Well, yeah, because he's a subpar defender. He was like he was going to be an average third baseman at best, and like couldn't play shortstop. So it was like if you can't figure out second base, you're probably going to get traded for someone. So I'm glad that he figured
someone
it out.
Who can figure it out.
Yeah, or like like he's the guy that's been linked to in a Xander Bogaerts trade, which personally I don't want to do. I want to give money to our outfield, and I want to give money to Tommy Edman.
Pitching staff, probably.
I mean, we're not going to have to pay anybody on the pitching staff for a while, like in terms of hitting free agency, really.
Well, I mean, like, getting pitching.
Yeah. I don't even know if we're going to – we might just like – I think we're going to trade for Montas. I hope. But, yeah. Because I don't know, like Liberatore is going to get called up, and then we love drafting college pitching. We drafted Michael McGreevy last year, first round. Like McGreevy's been great. I love what I'm seeing out of him. With Max, Liberatore, Flaherty, Michaelis has been shoving. I don't know, like Montas would be like the ideal trade partner, and then that might be it for next year. If Wainwright chooses to hang it up, but we'll see.
I know you said McGreevy, and all I could think about was Little Big League. Because in that movie they've got the Mike McGreevy. That is my favorite movie of all time. Straight up.
I think it's Michael McGreevy is the guy we drafted. Like that's
really
yeah
really
yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, he's at I think he's another Cali school.
The White Sox are just choking this inning away.
Yeah, they really are. But yeah, no, Diego in 8 starts this year at high A, McGreevy has a 2.5 ERA with a .99 WHIP. So I'm liking what I'm seeing so far.
I'm looking up the names really quick to make sure it was Michael McGreevy in that movie. I'm pretty sure it was, but I want to be sure.
I don't blame you.
Like that is my, like I said, unironically, that is my favorite movie of all time.
I think my favorite
is electric.
I don't know. My favorite movie of all time is always like there's a movie that I like enjoy watching the most, but then there's also a movie. There's a separate list for me of like what's the best movie I've like ever seen. Where I'm like I know it's like for me that answer is There Will Be Blood. That's the best movie I've ever seen. It is awesome, and it is like scratches every part of my brain personally as well. Like historical period drama with phenomenal acting. There you go.
This is the name.
But movie I enjoy watching the most, straight up, that might be like Episode 3 of Star Wars. Phenomenal.
That makes sense. And didn't MLB just do that whole or baseball movie bracket, whatever the hell it was?
Yeah.
Isn't that a thing that happened?
Yeah. I am shocked at the number of people that I just talked to my friends that haven't seen A League of Their Own. That movie is amazing.
Classic.
Like,
yeah.
That I can repeat this because Diego dropped it like 2 weeks ago. Anyone ever tell you look like a penis with a hat on? That line kills me every time. So
you say that like it's not a bad word to say.
Yeah, I mean it just caught me real off. I mean you can.
When I said it a couple weeks ago, absolutely.
The White Sox are a strike away from scoring 0 runs with bases loaded, no outs, and they scored 0 runs with bases loaded, no outs.
And
ground ball to third, again. Force at home. Ground ball at third, force at home. Four pitch strikeout.
That is absurd that I just watched that happen.
It's starting to rain again there.
Look at Sev, man. I love Sevy. I love Luis Severino.
Oh yeah, he's great.
We are on. I'm gonna politely toss this out that we're on slight. We're watching a good game. So I'll leave it at that. We're watching a very good game.
Man, Sevy just got so hyped after that.
I don't blame him, man.
Oh, yeah.
So, our boy Jeff over at ESPN put out another piece. This second week in a row, I'm talking about him. Saying, I'm gonna ask you guys: is Aaron Judge gonna get $300 million in free agency, given he continues this level of play?
Yes.
Yeah.
You both think that easy for you?
Yep.
Yeah.
All right. That was a very fast. That was a very fast segment. So I'll ask another question.
10-3-15. 10-3-15.
I don't hate that. Are you okay, Scott? You're Scott Dombrowski here. Play a little Scott Dombrowski with me. You giving that to him straight? You front loading? You back loading?
Oh, you always backload.
Yeah. Always backload. Okay.
Always.
All right.
I'd like to see it be
the
like
OOTP GM in me. I always give it to him clean because I hate. Because if they underperform, in the back
front
half of
load.
the deal. Oh, okay.
I just give it to him. Front load.
I give them the same every year because I'm like, you know what? This is how much money I'm committing to you, and I'm going to show I value you for this much every year.
Yeah, always backload. You're trying to build. If you are trying to contend for a World Series currently, you always backload.
Correct.
You give yourself the most possible budget for the years that you are actively trying to win. And if you 10 years down the road are still magically a World Series contender as you were when they signed the deal, then you deal with that problem when
that's a good problem to have.
Yeah, you
yeah.
always. It's
very rarefied air to be in that company.
If anything more than like a 7-year deal, you always backload. Always.
Yes.
So
but with Judge, I don't mind giving it to him straight. I don't think it's like stupid if he was to give it to him straight.
I agree.
Yeah,
but that's why I think he deserves $300 million straight.
Right, which I'm totally fine with. But I do think that I like 10-3-15. Yeah.
All right.
How old is he?
He's
30.
Under 30. Oh, is this age 30?
I think he'll be 30 really soon. Let me double check.
Okay. So having said that,
that's the wrong name.
Play this game with me then. If not the Yankees, I like to joke that he'll be a Cleveland Guardian. But if not the Yankees, where do you think he goes? I've seen the Giants, Diego. That's why I saw Tigers.
It makes sense.
I'm gonna be honest with you.
He's 30. He just turned 30.
That's not even something I've thought about. Like he's gonna be a Yankee. Like that's genuinely not.
Are you saying that because you don't want to be let down by, or you think the odds are just too great?
Nope, wrong one.
What do you mean? What would I be let down by?
I've seen
getting your hopes up to maybe sign him.
I've seen the
Tigers. No, we are not signing Aaron Judge.
Oh, that's what I thought Carson was getting at.
I've seen like potential fit could be.
Okay, well, I can just tell you right now that is absolutely not happening in a million years. So,
heard it here first.
No, I no part of me is like a being let down thing because that's not a thing. I just like I don't see how the Yankees could possibly let him go. I really don't.
I also
So-
agree with that.
Yeah, right. And I said, like, so if it's not, and like, all right, so Scott, that makes two of us here that have like a 0% chance then of like acquiring Aaron Judge's services.
Right.
Diego, walk me through what that would look like for you guys. Because I mean, Luis
As-
Gonzalez has been great. Yaz, I mean,
Yaz
I
has
love
been-
Yaz. I'm a Yaz guy.
Yaz has been really good this year. I don't know what you're trying to get at.
Because he plays right field, right?
He plays center. He plays a good amount of center.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I in my mind I had him as a right fielder, so that's why I was.
He primarily is in right, but plays a lot of center too.
So would that be how that would end up working out? For you guys?
So if the Giants were to sign Judge, which
Mhm.
for the record, I don't think they will. They have been linked to it, just because the brand that the Giants kind of are a brand of baseball the Giants are kind of playing right now does not include signing Judge for 10 years, $350 million.
Okay.
But if they were, you would have Judge in right field, Yaz in center, and then you probably have some combination of Gonzalez. You also have Heliot Ramos in the minors right now. That he
He's pretty
debuted
good.
earlier this
Oh
year.
yeah. Good ball player.
Yeah, should be up full time next year. And Gonzalez wasn't supposed to be like as good as he's been so far. Like he was just supposed to be like one of those random guys who gets called up and plays for a bit and then gets back down. But he's been incredible this year. So that being said, we also have that DH spot that could like one of those guys could be filling. Because we do not have a true DH. So if you do sign him, you do create kind of a log jam in the outfield. Again, good problem to have.
Of course.
But I wouldn't. I like to think I have a good idea what they would do, but then they do stuff that makes me look stupid, which is much with as much like knowledge I have of the Giants and like how much I think I know what they're gonna do. I just know nothing. But I don't know. If they were to sign him, I wouldn't complain.
Well, yeah.
But I don't think they will.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. Cardinals, it's a little bit different. It's like there's just zero chance that they would sign Judge. It just doesn't make any sense in terms of like long-term plans. And that's, I'm not sitting here being like, well, that's because Dylan Carlson's a better player than Aaron Judge. It's because Dylan Carlson was, a top 15 prospect in all of baseball and is controllable. And there is, still another, I think there's still two more levels of Dylan Carlson that can get unlocked. And so just, it wouldn't line up. So that's why I don't think the Cardinals will be checking anytime soon, especially because as well, like you're talking about like DH spot, like Juan Yepez is going to be the DH for the Cardinals until Paul Goldschmidt's contract is up. And then, I mean, if Goldie's still, Goldie's, OPS and like 1,000 right now. So, I mean, if he's even doing 90% of that in 3 years, then great, bring him back. But
that would be 900 OPS still. But
yeah, that's my point. Like yeah, my point is that yeah, I'd take him back.
You're also that's so like 90%. That's like barely any fall off. What?
Yeah, I mean, well, okay, I don't think he's gonna have 1,000 OPS. But I mean, if his OPS is if he's OPSing 830 even, I'm bringing him back.
Right. I just the way you said that, like, if he's doing 90% of what he's doing now in 6 years.
Yeah.
Like
well,
what?
it's
That's
not
such what.
When's his?
I don't know what exact timeline was, but I don't know the timeline. But like that's essentially what you're saying.
I think he's got like 3 years left. I don't know.
Okay, then that's not unrealistic then. But
yeah, so I mean, I don't know, man.
Third.
Like I said, I was talking about
good
this
vibes happening here. By the way,
there are. Oh, is this a commercial for the Obi-Wan Kenobi series? Not sponsored, Disney Plus. Willing to be. I am a Ewan McGregor stan. This dude is a phenomenal actor, and it's going to be so good. Oh, I'm very excited.
Whoa.
I am, man. I'm pumped. I'm so pumped. Like, Hayden Christensen got disrespected so hard, and wasn't on him. It's like he's not writing that script. Star Wars has had terrible writing for 60 years. You think that's on a 20-year-old kid? It's not.
It
has. Yeah, Star Wars has bad writing. I don't watch that. I hate when people do that on Twitter. They're like, they're like not well-written movies. And I'm like, do you think that's why I'm watching that movie?
You think I care?
Like, I want to watch a lightsaber, and I want to watch.
What Star Wars movie came out in 1962?
All right, 50 years, my bad. Like,
I was just curious.
I didn't even catch that. Also, fun fact, George Lucas is from where I'm from. He's from Modesto, California. That's where I did a lot of growing up.
I read a really interesting Jesus Christ. I read a really interesting what was it, like a Time magazine piece on him. Like, I didn't realize he directed the first Star Wars movie and he was like 29.
Yeah, he was young.
He was young.
Oh my God. Can you imagine that? Just imagine us in the next 10 years. Like, well, congratulations. You have fundamentally changed an entire genre of film. Oh, and how like movies are made.
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
I mean,
so like,
you
what
could
do
even,
I do for the rest of my
you
life?
could say like started a genre even. Like,
yeah, like
not even change, just like created.
Anyway.
Yeah, I mean, like there's a couple movies that could maybe claim that, but yeah. That's absurd.
Yeah,
welcome to Cinema Digest.
Yeah, in Modesto, there's an area downtown called George Lucas Plaza, so it's kind of cool.
There you go. I dropped a robin's egg, and I'm pretty sure I picked it up. I just want to make sure I didn't drop two.
Carson's laying eggs.
No.
That took you way too long to respond to.
Yeah, I was letting it
Jose
sit.
Abreu.
I was letting
Jose
it sit.
Abreu is
I
such
appreciate
a
that joke.
merchant, bro.
Definition of
Why are we Oh, it's raining. I was like, why is everybody slipping all over the grass here?
Yes, it is raining. Yes, not super hard, but like it is in fact raining. It's a little damp out there.
Aaron Judge's AAV just dropped a couple mil because he slipped in that grass.
Dude, do you remember Bryce Harper's contract year when everybody was saying that? Every strikeout, people were like, it's $400K.
400K right there.
Like every time he would do anything negative, it was like, oh wow, that's probably like $500,000 just chopped off there. That's crazy.
He's gonna make
funny.
He's gonna make so much money to never make the playoffs. That's like such a bag secure for him. He just like gets October off every year.
Bryce Harper.
Who, Harper?
Yeah.
I mean, like, it's not really his fault though.
It's not.
Thing. Like he's been balling out this year. And
he's
obviously last year.
He's a defending
and
National League MVP. Yeah, he's
it's not like that's a fault to him or the contract or anything.
They just like don't have a path forward to get better. They just like need luck to fall their way, but it's the
Trust
Phillies,
Dave.
so it's not gonna happen.
Trust Dave.
I trust that Dave will exhaust all possible options because that's what he does.
That's fair.
But
that's what he does.
What options are left?
Dave's gonna find some. Let me tell you.
Like sign Trey Turner in the offseason? Like
they need
another all-star like guy that can play. Honestly, they need a guy that can also play like even a halfway decent on defense. That's an all-star.
Yeah, they have no defense. They also like don't have a bullpen, but that's just like Dabrowski's thing always.
And they tried. They definitely tried this offseason to have a good bullpen.
They didn't try. They signed Corey Knebel, and that's it.
Whoa. Is that Corey Knebel disrespect? That's
no, it's
baller.
Not. It's not. But one guy is not going to do it. Also, remember last time we talked about this, and Scott was like, Corey Knebel is going to save their bullpen, and then he blew a save that night.
Yeah, that was pretty funny.
That did happen.
No, I don't know. Like, I'm shocked that Kevin Kiermaier is in a Philadelphia Philly right now. That felt like that was like the perfect offseason. That felt like the perfect, like, what do you guys need? Like, the Rays want to shed money forever and always, so we can help with that.
Kevin Kiermaier.
And he's a great he's a Gold Glove defender. Like, take it,
Yeah, they don't care about defense. Dave has never cared about defense either. Gotta say.
Not a big defense forward guy.
It's not the way.
Really.
It's not the way.
Hey,
Defense
you
wins
can only
championships.
score runs by hitting the ball. That's all Dave gives a shit about.
Or you can prevent runs from getting scored by having the best defense in the league. That's the other way to do it.
Yeah, but see that could still result in 0-0.
It's true.
In theory,
In theory,
you can outscore anybody because there's no time limit. You can't give somebody negative.
That's why you make sure the guys with the gloves also hit absolute rockets.
Yeah, exactly.
You sound like it's just like such an easy thing to do. It's like,
I mean,
find guys that play a great defense and also like hit the hell out of the ball.
Just find like all the best players in baseball. I don't understand.
Yeah, I don't know why
like,
you haven't done this.
I
yet.
I
don't get it.
I mean, that's what my team's done, dog. Like, we have the best defense in the league, and at minimum, two of the 10 best hitters in baseball right now.
Also today, I learned it's Paul DeYoung, right? He's
that bum is down in Memphis where he belongs.
Yes, but that doesn't matter. Just his name, Paul DeYoung, not spelled. It's not phonetic. I recorded the podcast, the This Week in Baseball podcast earlier with Joe and Jenny, and Jenny pronounced his name Paul DeJong.
Does she want DeYoung in Oakland? Because I would do that in a heartbeat.
Oh no, she just pronounced his name very wrong.
That is my big.
We were talking about Liberatore and Gorman's promotion.
Oh, okay, yeah. The Cardinals AAA team is finally looking a little thin on offense. The only guy left in that lineup that I'm like, I think you're a valuable major league piece is old Lars.
Lars is in AAA?
Yeah, he just needs at bats every day. Like he's hitting like 300 and has like he's not like on Joe Adell's level of demolishing AAA ball, but like yesterday he had a solo homer. He had a solo homer, a 2-run homer, and a grand slam yesterday. And like he had a 3-homer game. Like he's doing the thing. It just the issue is like where's he going to play? He's our 5th best outfielder at best because he's not better than O'Neill, Carlson, Bader, or Yepes.
I will be right back.
Yepes an outfielder.
Okay, best Scott.
We can take a break if you want.
That's what I'm doing. Yeah.
We'll take a quick little break
here.
Cool. Yeah, that works. We'll be back for the bottom half of the 6th.
This is where we find out if I know how to.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I'm like, I'll hang around until I see that we're on a break screen go up.
Can I do this? Hold on, I can do this.
Hold on. Ready? Yeah.
Bam.
There we are.
I realize we don't actually have like a screen that says we'll be right back on here. So I just removed us all. I don't think so, unless I just missed it.
I said we'd be back. I said we'd be back.
Yeah.
Kopech's only at 54 pitches too.
Oh yeah, he's looking good. He's looking good. You know how good he's looking? Hold on, wait, where is it? I have
Whoa. What are we doing here? Oh, vibes. No, yeah, I'm glad you asked about Lars though, because I do miss him, and I'm concerned that
I didn't know he wasn't in the majors.
Well, it's because Juan demolished AAA last year, and like
he's demolishing Major League Pitching right now.
Yeah, it's like
he's been very good,
and it's like we're not going to send Dickerson down, and like Dickerson, it's like Dickerson's old enough where you can afford to play him like twice a week, and it's not going to be detrimental to his development. I'm terrified though. I have the exact trade package for Frankie Montas already built out for Oakland, and it sucks to say that Lars Nootbaar is included.
Yeah, it has to be. They want so much for him.
Well, here's what it's going to
be.
It's going to be Lars Nootbaar. Paul DeJong is going to be in that trade, whether you like it or not. Athletics fans, I'll say it. That like I'm, and as crazy as that is, because it's like, wouldn't the Athletics be taking money on in that situation? It's like yes, but Elvis Andrus, like they don't have a shortstop for next year, and they will gladly pay. Like Paul DeJong, as terrible of a hitter as he is still going to be worth like 2 F4 a season because he's that good of a defender.
You're not paying anyone else anything. Might as well pay.
That's literally what they're doing with Elvis Andrus, except he can't play defense.
To get Lars Nootbaar.
Well, it's going to be Lars, and it's going to be Alec Burleson, and it's going to be like, I don't know, maybe like Malcolm Nunez because he's like a third base prospect we have, and it's like, yeah, you're not taking anybody's spot in the next 5 years. So that trade that I just said would be Lars, who's an MLB-ready outfielder right now, DeJong, who can contribute to your MLB team right now, and the Cardinals' number 10 and number 13 prospect. Burleson's ETA is this year, and Nunez's ETA is next year. So I'm giving you what could end up being, because they're going to decline Piscotty's option. So that's going to – that's 2 of your starting – well, depending on how you want to DH that. Still. Yeah. And Laureano.
That's the only guy they have going. Oh yeah, that's right.
So I just gave you your 2 other outfielders / DH, your third baseman, and your shortstop. I just gave you 3 starters, probably next year.
For Frankie Montas.
For 2.5 for what, a year and a half, 2.5 years on Montas. Is he R1 or R2?
I have no idea.
Either way, less than 3 years of Montas. And given the other teams that are connected to him. Oh, sorry, what?
I was going to say, I'm also in the middle of ordering pizza again, as I do every week, it seems like.
Pizza race. But no, that feels like the best. And honestly, if you're a Cardinals fan, you should love that deal because I love Lars. He's not starting. He's not a better hitter than Juan, and he's not a better defender or hitter than any of our 3 outfielders. Mm-hmm. Nunez is not. He's not taking Nolan Arenado's spot, and he's already 21, and he's at AA. Like he's ready to go the next couple of years. He's a trade piece, and DeJong, I'm getting a bad contract, and I think he just needs to change the scenery. So I think that package gets you Montas. I think that's a very fair and reasonable offer. So,
what is?
If I'm the St. Louis Cardinals, I am trading Paul DeJong, Lars Nootbaar, Alec Burleson, and Malcolm Nunez for Frankie Montas.
That's a great pitch.
That is the Cardinals. That is Lars Nootbaar's MLB ready. He's just blocked by positional time. DeJong can play at the MLB level. It just he needs to change his scenery, and Oakland would gladly take that defense and that like team-friendly contract. And then Burleson is an outfield prospect who's ready to debut, but he's blocked. He's our number 10. Nunez is our number 12 prospect. He's a third baseman, though. So he's not – he's 21 at AA right now. He's our number 12. He's not taking Arenado's spot.
What organizational ranks are all these guys?
Lars is unranked, but, like, Lars is –
I know not Lars, though, yeah.
MLB ready.
Yeah, MLB ready. DeJong
should be in the
it should be – yeah.
DeJong
and then
stinks, whatever, sure.
Burleson is 10. Nunez is 12.
That's more than I think anyone else is going to give up.
It's not bad.
And both are
I feel
both
like
both
at
Burleson
the
and
deadline,
Nunez
somebody
are,
will overpay. Though is my thing. Like if
Yeah.
I think they are smart to do what they're doing. That's a Rob Brantley hit in 2022, by the way.
That ends the no hitter. By the way, Rob Brantley
That's
just broke
upsetting.
up Michael Kopech's no hitter.
It was a perfect game.
Oh, I didn't even know that level.
It was a perfect game.
Wow. But yeah, Scott, I agree with you. But I mean, if I'm looking around at the other teams that would acquire Montas, Oakland is at least smart, I think, with the prospects they acquire and stuff, and the relationship that they have with the Cardinals might play into it.
Should I get pepperoni or sausage on my pizza?
Both.
Well, it's one or the other kind of situation.
Scott, may I ask, are you drinking milk?
I am.
A lot of respect. What percent? I'm a milk. Hey, if you don't drink milk, you need to grow up.
I just wasn't paying attention and got
Correct.
confused.
What percent we talking here, Scott?
The best one.
All right, so we're gonna say that at the same time then.
Okay.
3, 2, 1.
1%.
milk.
Okay.
Who said whole milk?
I did. I don't drink dairy.
No.
You like to chew your milk.
Yeah,
I don't drink dairy. I drink almond milk.
You want a gallon of ice cream.
Dude, I drink almond milk.
Oh,
dude,
whoa. Hey, a gallon of ice cream sounds delicious. Let's make that.
I drink almond milk. I don't know.
No, I'm a 1%. I'm a 1% kind of guy.
I like half.
That's all right. Yeah, that's not bad. I was gonna say the only answer I would not have accepted was whole milk. So I'm glad that you had the same reaction because that is.
So when I was in high school, and like I was growing rapidly, and
6 inches in
my metabolism was like, can I finish?
Whatever, dude. Now I don't want to hear the rest of the story.
Okay.
Carson's just mad he can't grow 6 inches.
It's not. I wasn't even like stunning. Like that's just at that time in my life I was growing a lot. That's literally it.
Some of us
just got tall.
So some of us.
Yeah. Anyway, Scott, continue with your milk story.
No, I don't want to offend the short people. Apparently,
I'm the shortest one here, and I say it's fine.
Go on.
That dude just squeezed that girl's butt on national TV. Anyone else see it? No. Right before.
No, I mean,
break?
I wasn't gonna say anything, but you know.
Right before commercial break, he just got a big old handful. It was definitely his girlfriend. It wasn't like a weird thing, but like definitely took a big old handful of girlfriend / wife on national
I do
TV.
really like that they both looked in the camera too. Like they did not. That was not a. He did not get caught doing that.
No. It was like, yeah. They're both like, yeah. This is what this is about.
Yeah.
That was 100%. They were both very much into that.
Yeah. Anyway, Scott, back to milk.
No, literally, all I was going to say was
digest.
When I was in high school, and like I was younger, so my metabolism was better. Like playing lots of sports and everything, and growing a lot. I would literally down like a gallon of 2% in a 24-hour period. And
yeah.
Like my dad on his way home from work every day would buy a gallon of milk on his way home from work every single day because I would have finished the one he got on his way home from work the previous day.
That's
when I went to college, my parents talked about the fact
and I was
my house used to go through 2-3 gallons of milk a week, and now they get like half gallons and like barely get to that. And now that's just my mom and my dad, and they were like, we realized that Carson was like the only because I was eating like 4 bowls of cereal for breakfast, like every morning.
Cereal's elite.
Well, yeah, elite. But that's my point. Like, and then I'd get home from school, and I'm like, after like tennis practice, I'm like, you know what sounds really refreshing right now? A goddamn tall glass of milk.
Yeah, no, it was, and like I was going through that, and like I was at school for 7 hours a day, and I would still just clean a gallon of milk from like 5:30 or 6 to 5:30.
I'll give a brief shout out to my high school cross country team because we would do what was referred to as shout out to Glenmard West, the chocolate milk relays. So you had to do a 4x400, you and 3 other people, and the entire gallon of milk had to be finished. So
Yeah.
you
I
were
was the best teammate in the world. We didn't call it that, but I was the best teammate in the world for that.
that was with your knees. There's a trade-off I might be willing to take with that, where your speed versus your ability to drink the milk. That might be a
It was a trade-off you should be willing to make because
Yeah,
I rinsed
exactly.
people.
Yeah. Diamond Digest. Let's have a chocolate milk relay. Let's have a chocolate milk relay with the boys at Diamond Digest. That's what we need to have.
Honestly,
People are like, oh, like you people all the time growing up. We'd like whatever, just like messing around with like our own friends or like other people, whatever. And the big thing when we were in high school is like people would try to chug like milk all the time. And
yep.
God, we're such Midwest kids, dude.
everyone would just be like, oh, like you can't chug like even like a half gal of milk all at once
Yeah,
without
that's not
vomiting.
true.
And I was like,
Yeah, that's not
I
true.
was like,
That's not true.
I was like, I did that on my way here. So
Yeah.
I know for a fact that that's not true.
Like I know I can. It's a mindset, really.
I've been doing that almost daily for most of my life. I can promise you it's possible.
Why won't?
Dude, Aaron Boone's office looks so depressing. Like he's like close to having a cool office, but like the no windows. It's a bit of a stinker. I don't know. I'll say it.
I mean, there were going to be I doubt there are windows in many offices in MLB stadiums or anywhere for that matter.
True, but I mean, like at least maybe like a glass door or something. Like there's just like some room for some natural light. You know, I don't know. Like I close it, but I have a massive. Well, hold on. Here you go. Welcome to
Like this, like something like
I
that.
have a massive window. I just close it because for lighting. I know Scott's got a big old window to his left, and
I got one right in front of me too.
Yo,
Yeah.
is the sky pink right now for you guys?
Probably take a look.
Oh, we have
No.
crazy cotton candy sky right now, Carson.
It's not. Is it
Yeah?
sunset for you
Hold
guys?
It's
about-
gorgeous.
I'll
It's
take
gorgeous.
a peek. I'll take a peek. Hold on.
Is it sunset for you guys right now? Because it's
Yeah,
still
yeah.
very much. The sun won't stay here for another 2
Well,
hours.
yeah, it's like not even 7 for you, right? Oh,
It's
he's
not
an hour
7.
behind me even, so he might still be a little later too.
He might. He's gonna come back all mad. Also, you missed it, Scott. I am starting a pizza race again this week.
I got.
You know
probably,
what? No,
I'm sorry,
I
go ahead.
totally forgot that you're an hour behind me still, brother.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I'm like, I got maybe like 30, 45 minutes till I get there, but it's starting.
No.
It is.
Yeah,
It's still a
dude,
nice.
it is like purple all where the blue is, and then like the horizon is all pink and orange. It is crazy.
What's the phrase? Is it red at night, sailor's delight, red in the morning? It's something like that. What is it?
No, it's oh shoot.
It's something at night, delight.
Yeah.
So I think it's red at night, sailor's delight.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Red in the morning, sailors take warning.
Yeah,
That sounds like the right answer.
I think that's
So what that means is it sounds like the beautiful city of Detroit, Michigan is due for a nice day tomorrow.
which is good because we've got all rain pretty much this weekend.
Is it just me? It felt like
That's
every
unfortunate.
baseball game today had a rain delay of some kind. Like this game's had
Yeah.
rain. Cardinals Pirates had rain. Baltimore, they had a little bit of a delay. That's actually crazy. They literally tied it up with 2 outs in the bottom of the ninth. Austin Hayes hit a 2-run single, and they immediately had like a 20-minute rain delay after. They like tied it up and then had to like pause that game. That was
Glad to see Moncada back, by the way.
this
for
is
the
another
sake
guy.
just for the sake of baseball. Like it's like he's
talking about
That's
guys you
fun
just
player.
like.
Fun player.
The pizza race has officially started.
It has.
You know what it might be, Scott? I might just have a third base bias because there's a lot of third basemen I love. Moncada,
See, mine's catcher. I
Hayes,
just love
Arda.
every single
Valid.
catcher in baseball
love-
just
I
because
do.
they're a catcher.
Dude. So I've had
Yoan Moncada might have just decapitated a human. 106 past the netting, straight into the crowd. Goodness gravy.
Yeah, that was
Yikes.
And look, everyone looks fine. They picked up the ball. Everyone looks chill. But goodness gracious,
that was
that ball
that was not hit lightly.
ripped.
That was not hit lightly.
That wasn't an easy ball.
Yeah, I feel you. I just love like literally every catcher just because like
I don't
you're
know.
a catcher,
Yeah.
so I love you. Like,
And I played
that's
center
just
field
it.
when I played in high school. So like I'm pretty biased towards center field
That
as
makes
well. Like,
sense.
I love watching center field too. Catchers is great though because like there's just like catchers to me I think are like number one on where fan bases can just gravitate towards like a niche like love for. Like it just feels like
Yeah, because they don't need to be good offensively to hold
yeah,
value, and
exactly.
nobody expects them to be good offensively. So on the rare occasion they do stuff, everybody freaks out.
Like Eric Haas
Yeah.
last year got like so much gas from, and I
Mhm.
loved watching Eric. I had him. It was a
Because
fantasy
Eric
guy
Haas
for
is
me
elite.
last year.
That's why. What do you mean?
Yeah, no, and I mean, like very cool. Like everything I saw on like social
I don't
media
know
and
about
stuff.
that.
What'd you
Eric
say?
Haas is that guy.
He was semi-elite for his
I
position
don't know
last
about
year.
that.
I'll give him that.
Eric Haas is a cool guy.
Do you guys ever worry
That's
about the
true.
fact that Luis Robert might never win MVP because his like peak years, like he'll still be in like Ohtani Trout era? I legitimately worry he'll never win an MVP because his like best years are going to come when it won't even matter.
You know, I'll be honest with
No,
you. I've
I
not
don't
worried about
think
that
so
once.
because they are significantly older than him. So
I mean,
no, I don't.
Ohtani's, but how old's Ohtani? He's not significantly older.
Ohtani's pushing 30, brother.
You're
Yeah.
lying to
He
me.
came over at like he debuted at like 26, 27. He's been in the league 3-4 years already. Yes, he's pushing 30.
Really?
Shohei Ohtani.
He's 27, Scott. Ohtani's 27 years
Okay,
old.
so next year he'll be 28. How old is Luis Robert?
24?
That's a 4-year difference.
Okay, well, I thought Robert was like 22. So
Luis Robert turns 25 this August.
okay, well, that's not nearly as far for Ohtani then. But Trout, I mean, is in like,
Trout
his
is 30.
30s now. So
Yeah. That's what I was going to say. I was like, whoa, I didn't feel that outlandish when I said it.
no, the Ohtani one's pretty fair. I thought Robert was younger, I guess.
And also, like, I think Vlad Guerrero is going to, like, the name brand might carry him to, he's been scuffling a little bit this month, though. I say scuffling. He's still, OPSing like 800 or something like that. Like, it's not,
Putting up insane numbers.
it's not bad. But given last year, it's, not where you want it to be.
It's nothing to laugh at.
No.
Yeah,
but it's
Carson,
still-
stop laughing.
Oh, no. Hey, whoa. No, you guys, listen.
What
To
did we
what?
just do? What is happening?
I don't know.
Can you kick him out?
There's no Vlad slander here. There's no Vlad slander. That's
Kick
my
him
guy.
out right now. Just kick him out.
Are
See
you
if he
kidding?
notices. No, that's one of the funniest moments in stream history. I don't care. He goes,
Was it really
"Are you
nice?
kidding me?" Cut out. He's done.
These are
That
really
was
nice. Those are really
objectively,
nice messages.
objectively hilarious.
I'd like to see if you notice this part. It's just like,
Yeah,
Like, he's
yeah.
gotta notice.
There you go. Yeah, the big screen going away.
Are you kidding me?
Well, yeah. Listen, there's
Banger.
been
Banger.
some necessary boots in my time. I'll be a man and admit it, but that one felt
that
out.
one wasn't necessary. It was just kind of funny.
No, yeah. You could argue it was necessary because it was funny, but yeah.
Comedic timing is everything, Carson.
Exactly. No, I just want to say, I'm not I've been on the Vlad hype train for a very, very long time. A very long time.
Vladdy.
He's one of my favorite players in all baseball. There's a reason that I have his jersey. I mean, he's a ball player.
He's a guy. He's that guy. Somebody.
It's also like he's been on my fantasy team since he was still in the minors. And if Adley rakes, I really like. I love the Orioles uniforms a ton. If Adley proves to be that guy, I might be getting an Adley jersey. Well, Scott, we're talking about our love of catchers. I am in love with Adley Rushman.
Me too, man. I
was
was
so good. He's
I was
so
actually
good.
so excited that the Tigers got rained out for maybe the first time in my entire life because it meant that I got to give my full undivided attention.
I
to
saw that
the
tweet. And
Orioles game.
I willingly turned on.
The Orioles.
Well, I say that. I'm going to take that back because they've got some exciting players. I love Cedric Mullins. I love Austin Hayes. I love Ryan Mountcastle.
I like
Anthony
Santander a
Santander.
lot.
That's what I'm saying, bro. They got some good players. Like
Man, they need to call up what's his face now, though.
Grayson and DL Hall.
They need to call up Grayson next.
Mike Elias, I know you watch our streams. Get on the horn.
Yeah, we know you're here.
Mike is lurking. He's one of our 4 loyal viewers. Mike Elias, get on the horn. I want him up.
Right now.
Wow, look at Judge and Stan. That's crazy.
Such large men.
They are indeed.
Certainly that.
So is what's his name? Gallo. Gallo's also a large man.
Yeah,
he just hit the IL. Oh, COVID.
For COVID.
Yeah.
So I hope a speedy recovery to the guy. And if it comes out, I know he's vaccinated because you got to play in Toronto. So yeah, good job for doing that. And I'm glad that your decision will probably make your recovery a lot faster.
Correct.
True.
This is true. Not sponsored. Don't need to be. Go get vaccinated and get boosted.
I mean, if Pfizer wanted to sponsor,
if they want to sponsor us, I wouldn't say no.
Yeah, but also be a responsible person. Just
we don't have to. Be, I don't need
money to say. Yeah, I don't need money to say that. Yeah.
But if you want to sponsor us, please, by all means, do.
Yeah, did we all get Scotty? You just name dropped that. Are we all Pfizer boys here?
I'm 1-1.
I'm also 1-1.
Gotcha. I'm Pfizer for all 3.
I was Moderna for the first 2 and Pfizer for the booster.
Gotcha.
I was same.
Yeah, I was very
wow. Kopech just.
Dude, this is what I'm saying, man. He's got it. He's got it,
man. So happy he's healthy now.
Oh yeah,
as am I.
Man, that the tunneling of how the shape of his slider is crazy when it's tunneled with his high fastball. That is pretty much your hosed. There is no way you're hitting that. It's either it's either 98 at the belly button, or it's a slider that looks like it's going to be 98 at the belly button until it's about half of the way to home plate and then just falls into the dirt.
Scott,
and it moves outside too. It's not like a 12-6 curve. It is a slider. That thing falls away from your bat too. So even if you do it's a breaking ball, I noticed that. Well, now you're gonna miss outside, or you're gonna swing inside of it and the ball is gonna miss outside. It's
not gonna go
unbelievable.
Well.
Scott, I know while we're talking about pitch mix, I know that I believe all 3 of us are a part of the high curveball truthers movement.
Absolutely.
Do you like a good high curve?
And you mentioned it sparingly. When I say sparingly, I believe one time on the broadcast last week about Wainwright. But I was watching his start against Pittsburgh again, and Wainwright's a high curveball truther.
Yeah.
I didn't really notice it at the time, how prominent his usage of it is, because obviously he throws a 12-6, so you want that big movement down, but he will use that. He will use that a lot more frequently. And
he has fantastic pitch. It's just really risky because if you miss low, they're taking you to the moon.
Well, yeah, in his last 2 starts, the only runs he's allowed has been on he's left a curveball over the plate enough, and Michael Chavis and Jock Peterson.
If you hit the spot, it's unhittable. It's either a pop-up or they take it and it's a high strike.
Yeah.
But if you do miss and it gets a little bit lower, and you do miss
gone forever.
You miss your spot. Wainwright that thing is taking to the moon.
So Wainwright gave up like I said, he gave up a solo shot to Chavis. That broke. I could not believe this. I knew he was good against Pittsburgh. He had 38 and a third scoreless consecutive against Pittsburgh.
Wow, that's nuts.
So I know, Scott, I've joked about Wainwright at home's a guaranteed quality start. I said, and always Pittsburgh, no matter what. I didn't know that it was Pittsburgh, hammer whatever run total under no matter what. But I was really shocked. I'm because 38, that's 6 starts, 5-6 starts in a row, just not giving up a run, which is absurd.
Yep.
Oh, what is happening? Oh.
What is happening?
This is a pitcher's duel, baby. I love it. I know it's not super Like everyone wants to see runs and stuff, but I love a good pitcher's duel, man. Both
I
dudes look really good.
Hey,
Severino's looked phenomenal. And Kopech has obviously been incredible.
you're talking to two guys that are fans of National League teams and pitchers parks. We are very accustomed to the pitcher's duel.
I'd much rather see a pitching duel than a home run derby.
100,000%.
Yeah, me too. Comfortably.
Yeah, because pitching is the reason I kind of fell in love with baseball. Just watching the movement on pitches when I was a kid, I'm like,
really?
That's the coolest thing I've ever seen in my entire life. Yeah, like watching Lincecum and Kane when I was like 8, 9, 10.
All three of us I think can
crazy.
say this: having a true, legitimate ace on your staff, right around the time where you gain consciousness and imprint the game of baseball into your brain is so important to your relationship with how you view pitching. I've got friends that are a little bit more casual baseball fans or White Sox fans that where you're talking about Diego, they'd much prefer a home run derby, but they grew up on an era of White Sox baseball that there was no this was they started getting into baseball in the post Chris Sale era where the White Sox did not have an ace. Giolito became an ace for them, but we're all sitting here, like you said, let's come for me. It was Chris Carpenter. Scott obviously has JV but yeah, man, Chris Carpenter, that dude shoved.
Yeah, I think mine is just everything's from a catcher's perspective, all the time.
Too.
Oh yeah.
I just love the battle of an at bat and where are you gonna go next? What's your pitch mix? Are you tunneling well? Where is you just threw this pitch and he did this to it. Where are you going to go next? That's just the battle of an individual at bat is just fascinating.
And honestly, this is why I love, and it's, we work for a very analytically inclined website, which is why I enjoy pitchers that aren't high strikeout guys. Exactly what you're talking about, Scott, of placement being everything, and the chess match between a pitcher and a hitter I find way more fascinating when a guy has to
hit ball far,
has to trick you as opposed to having to overpower you. I don't know. I find that because that speaks exactly to what you're talking about, Scott, from a catcher's perspective. That makes the job of the catcher 10 times more important. Because if I know I can beat you with 103, if I know I can beat with 103 on the paint, then they're just going to do that. But if I know that I have to call for is he expecting the cutter? Should I call for the two seam right here? That chess match I find, and I don't know, I find
much
that
more interesting.
Yeah. And like I said, I grew up on Chris Carpenter and Adam Wainwright. And Wainwright back in the day could throw 94, 95, but
it's not 100.
It's not 100, right. Man, dude, if the Game 5 2011 National League Division Series is maybe from a pure baseball perspective, excluding Game 6 of that World Series, is that's the greatest playoff game I've ever seen. Roy Halladay and Chris Carpenter, just two titans of pitching, going pound for pound, was
it's a good
it was unreal.
Yeah, that's solid. I was gonna say something, completely forgot.
Sorry, I got off on a long tangent there.
No, you're good.
I was just thinking about Chris Carpenter recently, dude.
Oh, okay. Yeah, but because you mentioned how watching guys that don't have the most overpowering stuff, so you have to rely on deception and pitching, in your mix well. We recently just had an article go up on Diamond Digest about Harlan Garcia.
Yeah,
don't remember who wrote it.
AJ.
Yeah. Yes.
I might have butchered that one.
Yeah, but about Harlan Garcia, because he doesn't throw fast, but he throws effectively.
Exactly.
It's extremely interesting article. And I watch the guy whenever he pitches. I've seen
of course
all of his or most of his appearances this year, and so I never realized how much he relied on that until I read that article. I'm because as I'm reading, I'm yeah, that's exactly how he pitches. You were 100% correct. And contrasting that with you can go from that to Camilo Doval, who throws 101.
Yeah, it throws a heat.
Yeah, crazy.
What a pitch!
And honestly, that's why I really like Diego, I know from the series that you watched, the Cardinals bullpen was not super swell. But it has been actually. It's been really solid. I really like the dichotomy that exists between the Cardinals starting rotation versus the Cardinals bullpen, where our starting rotation is a lot of guys where they're trying to beat you with deception. And then, like you said, you get to the bullpen and it's Helsley, Gio, Cabrera, like dudes that are going to put, 101, 102, 103, right down the pipe in your face. I don't know. As easy as it is as a Cardinals fan to bemoan this front office, and rightfully so to a certain extent, I think that they're onto something really, really smart with having starting pitching that relies on that deception and relies on that sort of little bit of that trickery, and then transitioning that gets late in the game, and you got a bullpen that's, you blink and you miss it.
Yep.
Is Kopech about to get pulled here, you think? That's 2 walks. He's got 2 outs in the inning now.
It's Tony La Russa, and he's at 85. He's under 90 pitches. They're going to leave him in because it's Tony La Russa. Unless Tony La Russa is going to pull the binder out, and whoever their 6 hitter is like bad against.
They do have somebody in the pen right now.
They're going to let him finish the inning, I bet. Unless he gets like bases loaded. Like, I'll put it this way. This is his last batter. I think this is Kopech's last batter no matter what. And you know what? The analytics play might say take him out right now. As a fan of the game, purely from a fan perspective, I'm not using any stats. If I'm a White Sox fan, leave him in. Exactly. I want to see him get the big out. That's a big momentum swing. That's a risk you're going to have to take. And I mess with that as a fan.
Also, like I don't know if it's really guaranteed that the analytics say to pull him here either.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe I don't know what the relievers numbers are against.
I didn't even see who was warming up, so
I already forgot who it was.
It's also Estevan Florial at the plate, so it's not a name. It's not a household name at the dish.
It's a cool name though.
It is.
Well, his command is gone.
Yeah.
Yeah, he might. This
extremely effective and efficient. And then this inning, after the first 2 outs, just nothing.
The fastballs are all missing high. Literally the entire inning, all the fastballs and balls high. And all the sliders are bouncing low and away to righties, out low and into lefties.
Sorry, Scott. I totally interrupted you like 2 times.
No, that's fine. There's another fastball that was a ball high. It's just everything.
The question I was going to ask here is, do we know the game temperature in New York City? Because Kopech is sweat through his jersey.
Oh, yeah, he has.
He has made that jersey an entire shade.
And he has a shirt underneath it. He has a shirt underneath it, too.
Which
it was raining, guys. Let's remember.
He's also... Oh, right.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, okay.
True.
It was raining.
I'm on beer 4, so that might have...
his command is... his stuff is so nasty that, he could still get out of this, and, it's fine. But that was a fastball right down the middle.
Yeah, that was.
There is no control left. There is no command left to be had here.
And this is what I'm saying, man. As a fan, this is where gutsy performance. If I was a White Sox fan, I'd be loving this right now. If he gets out of it, I'd be like, let's go.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Oh, that's such a good pitch. I don't know how you spit on that as a hitter. Honestly, that's a crazy good pitch.
Wow.
I have no clue how you don't swing at that. Look at him. He's like, that wasn't a strike? Holy shit, okay.
Yeah, he's definitely
he's like, thank God.
He's like, are you sure?
Yeah, I love when a hitter's willing to admit
are you positive?
Right. We'll keep taking the AB here.
Mess with the timing.
Oh man, that was I just saw the pitching question, but
get riled up, baby. Hell yeah.
Man. What a game we got going on right now, dude.
This is the best Sunday night game we've had so far this year.
Yeah, it's not even close. We haven't even had that.
All right, yeah, games. In terms of quality of competition, yes, it is the best.
Yeah, every other game's been a blowout. Well, I guess you had the one.
Right, but you got to remember that one of those games I was thoroughly enjoying,
Okay.
Okay, well, one of those games Diego thoroughly wasn't. Right?
Yeah,
That's what I'm saying.
As far as
That's what I'm
good
saying.
games, both like
That's what I'm saying. In terms of
being put
yeah,
together.
yeah. We're on the same.
And
page.
I hated both of them, so it averages out to be like,
Okay, yeah, all right.
It was very 3 negatives to 1 positive. I think you can do the math there.
I do like the catcher showing more emotion than Kopech. I know Kopech yelled, but I love that the catcher when he popped off and hit the arm. That's electric. This is a commercial for the NBA draft that we just saw. Did everyone see that?
No, I'm doing Geico right now.
Real quick, I will say, Scott, where do you guys pick again?
In baseball?
No, the NBA draft, the Pistons.
Oh, we got hose. We have 5.
Okay, thank God. Okay, actually, not thank God. Scott. Okay,
Rockets are 3.
you have 2 choices here, Scott. With the 5 pick. Okay.
Yeah,
Not
we're
2.
taking.
There's one choice. If you take Keegan Murray, I won't be upset.
Keegan Murray's not going to be on the board. He's going to go 4.
You think so?
Yeah, oh yeah.
Okay, well then
I think 5 is between Sharp and Ivy.
I think Keegan Murray's going to go 5 or 6, and we pick 6th. So I would really.
There's no chance Keegan.
I don't think
Murray's
he's top 4. I don't think he's top.
Like Carson, who do you support for basketball?
The Indiana Pacers.
That's right.
And
I just forgot. Genuinely forgot.
Why are you laughing at me right now?
Because it's the Pacers, dude.
All right, relax.
It's like it's funny.
Relax with that. Relax with that.
Like it's funny.
Bro, I'm telling you right now, I love, as much as this pains me to say because he went to Iowa State, I love Halliburton. He's a dog.
He's a dog.
Like Sabonis, like had my entire heart, like my whole chest. I love Sabonis. It hurt when we traded him, but I'm okay with it. Because Halliburton might be that guy.
Halliburton's really good, man.
But I really want Keegan Murray. He'd be a great fit for the Pacers, and obviously he's an Iowa Hawkeye. So I wouldn't hate it if you guys drafted Keegan Murray, but that comes with the understanding that Luka Garza gets some run. You know?
I forgot about Luka Garza.
He deserves more minutes for the Pacers, I think, or the Pistons. Excuse me.
That would be wild.
Or
more
I'll take
minutes
him.
As what do you mean? More minutes meaning what?
I think that he should.
Minutes.
I think he should be. Not starting, but I think he should be your backup center.
Yeah, I'm totally fine with Isaiah Stewart being the starting center and Garza being like a 15-minute backup. I'm totally cool with that.
I think that my point being, Scott, is if you guys end up with the honor of having another Iowa Hawkeye on your team, that you guys owe it to the fans to start both of them in a game. And you can start Garza and have him only play 15 minutes or whatever, but Gleyber Torres, by the way, that I don't know if Rizzo should have made that play or not, but that was maybe the most impressive defensive play I've seen of this game.
Yeah, that was actually really solid.
But no, Scott, my only point is if you guys do end up swiping Keegan Murray at 5.
I really don't think that's a thing.
I'm really surprised you think that he's going to last because when I went to what mock draft was I looking at?
Probably one of them.
Definitely one of them. Yeah. I think it was Ringer's mock draft. Which I take a lot of stock in. I don't know. I like the Ringer for their NBA stuff. I mean, I like the Ringer. It's
the Ringer's not bad.
Solid.
I don't know, man. Like if you're asking me, right? Like they had you guys getting Ivy at 5, which I thought.
Yeah, I think it's between Ivy and Sharp. I think that's who the 5th pick is going to be, either Ivy or Sharp.
Right. So all right, Scott. So their mock draft has Chet going 1, Jabari Smith at 2, Banchero at 3, Sharp going 4, Ivy 5, and then the Pacers getting Murray 6, and that felt like that made that made sense to me.
Yeah, no, that I don't think it's completely out of the question. I don't.
I just really want Keegan Murray because he'd fit with the Pacers really well, and I went to college with him, which would be tight. So,
for sure,
because that's basketball is the only sport where Actually, I take that back. Like the Colts got Alec Pierce, who I went to high school with. Shout out Alec Pierce. Shout out Glenbard West. Alec Pierce, you are going to be a Pro Bowl wide receiver. The college pipeline doesn't really. There's no Iowa players for the Colts, or like college baseball. Not really. Like and our basketball team is terrible every other year. Like. My sister's a way bigger college basketball fan than I am, and I told her, I'm like, you got to understand that like this is the best this team is probably going to be in like I don't even know what until I'm like 50, like, and we still are going to lose in the first or second. Yeah, no, the Iowa basketball program. I mean, listen, I haven't had enough drinks to start talking about Fran McCaffrey, but I could talk about Fran McCaffrey for a minute. No, I don't know. I want Keegan Murray as a Pacer. Badly, for multiple reasons, both biased and unbiased. So
I want Bonchero as a Rocket.
Maybe.
I mean, I think that's like honestly the lock of the draft.
It's a great fit.
Like, I just think
Chet
that
going one.
I think no, I don't think that's a lock at all. I think Jabari could go one.
Jabari could go one, but I think it's going to be Chet.
But I think Chet and Jabari are like 1 and 2. And then, I think that's a lock for 3. And then there's another fall off after that for like the 4 through 6 guys.
I guess I disagree, and I think that there's a top 4 in my opinion, not a top.
Oh, there is a top 4. No, there is though. Like that, it's a 4-player draft, and the Pistons got the 5th pick after having the 2nd worst record in the league. Yes.
Hey! Well,
super fun.
Hey! I mean,
go Rocks.
I want Keegan Murray, man. I want him on the Pacers so bad. Oh,
that was.
Speaking of college hoops, though, I did see that Juwan Howard rightfully shut down any rumors to the Lakers. Scott, he will be staying with Michigan.
Yeah, I mean, this happens with him and Harbaugh. I mean, literally.
Comes with the territory.
Every
Comes with
single
the territory
year.
of being a Michigan coach.
It doesn't even like the first couple of years it makes you a little anxious. At this point, it's just like, okay, yeah, like this is gonna happen every single year, and I'm never gonna be worried about it ever again.
I'm glad that you brought the Harbaugh thing up because I did want to ask you that. Because from my perspective, he beat Ohio State. Which like I understand that like if you're the head coach in Michigan, the understanding is a national championship is a title that's the goal, obviously. But I think half an inch behind that, what comes along with that is you also need to beat Ohio State.
For sure.
I did take a little bit of stock into the rumors this offseason about him maybe going back to the NFL only because of the fact that he beat Ohio State and it felt. I mean, that game was so, like, picturesque. That's why, like, I'm so romantic about college football, like, in the snow and, like, I don't know. It was just cool. It was cool. I got a couple of buddies to go to Ohio State, so I'm sorry. But that game was dope. That's why you're a fan of college football. I took a little bit of stock into him maybe leaving.
And I told you not to.
You did. You rightfully did.
And Scott said no.
But I do think that really I think that you're right, and that did solidify it for me. It was like, okay.
It's literally like the 4th year in a row without a single year off that it happened.
Right. But I think contextually it's a little bit different. You won the Big Ten championship game. We don't want to talk about that. You beat Ohio State like that. That was huge.
Oh wow! What a play,
Lurie Garcia, man. I don't know how I know he can play a lot of
positions. Dude, are they going to tightrope out of – are the White Sox going to
This might happen this second time.
I hope
so. This is absurd. We are absolutely cooking.
Yes,
this is crazy.
We are cooking.
We are cooking through the top half of this inning.
Yes.
And I'm gonna leave it at that.
Yep, we are exactly. I was like, there's no way he's about to say it, right?
No.
Yeah, stop there,
dude. Okay, actually, listen. That curse is known as the Rudy curse. Let me just say, next Sunday, if for the people watching, and you can go ahead and clip this if you want to. Next Sunday is going to be electric, right? We have the single greatest spectacle in Monaco Grand Prix, eat your heart out. The Indianapolis 500 is the single greatest spectacle in all of motorsports. We got that next Sunday. And then you've got the illustrious return of Rudy to the Sunday night watch party. And I am
Possibly. The
beyond
rumors are
thrilled.
swirling about it.
Rumors do be going around.
And if I could get a little sentimental for a moment here, I dug back. The first Sunday night watch party I ever did was May 25th, 2021. So that would be about the 1-year anniversary of me being on camera and getting to yuck it up with you fellas once a week. So
Yuck it up.
I'll save the full sentimental speech for next week, but having Rudy back and it's all 4 of us, I'll also be back in my dad's home office. So I would be back in the same location I did the first one for. So the stars are aligning for quite an emotional return next Sunday.
There you
I'll
go.
say that.
Damn right.
What's the game next week? Do you remember? Because I already forgot.
I don't remember. I feel like we do this rigmarole conversation.
We do this every week. We're like, hey, what's the game next week as we're watching the
when it's
one?
not either of the teams that we care about, like what are we doing?
Either?
Yeah, either can be 3, he said, blatantly lying.
Phillies Mets next week. Because of course it's Phillies Mets.
Oh, okay. Well, we can't have it all because it was Cubs Cardinals for my first, obviously. But that was when I got grilled. That was when I got grilled low key about Scott about why I was a Cardinals fan because I was.
Oh, no longer a shutout.
Boo.
Man.
One of the best college hitters we've ever seen.
The camo USA flag socks as well for the White Sox is interesting.
Well,
this might be like a
has been wearing those.
Oh. This might be like a super dumb guy take moment here, but have the White Sox ever had white socks for their uniforms?
Probably at some point.
I don't want to sound stupid, but have
No,
they?
I feel like they're always black.
Right? That might be a really stupid thing I just said, but I don't think so.
I could not tell you. I did not pay enough attention to the White Sox in my life because I don't really care all that much.
Jeez, that pitch is unreal. That's 99 two-seamer with that much movement is redonkulous, dude.
Incredible. Insane.
Let me ask you guys this. I have a biased answer. That's why I'm asking it. Maybe not pound for pound on results. What's the nuttiest pitch you guys think exists in baseball?
Are we talking player pitch or just
yeah. Not pitching.
They didn't even throw the ball.
Why would you not?
What are you doing? Why was there not a play at the plate there?
How do you just give that up?
Who's in left?
Not Gallo. Is it Marwin Gonzalez? It might be Marwin Gonzalez, and that's why they didn't make that throw.
Look at Johnny Cueto, man.
I love
Johnny Cueto.
So my answer for that is obviously the Jordan Hicks 106 mile an hour sinker is the most
up
disgusting
there for
pitch
sure.
I've ever seen.
But, the
airbender.
DeGrom slider is up there.
Also,
yeah,
and then the airbender pitch for what's his face in Milwaukee is definitely up there. Devin Williams, change up, yeah.
I'm trying to think.
Just for the
Ohtani splitter.
That's disgusting.
Gosman splitter too.
Yeah.
Both have
the reason I asked it because they were talking about on the Sunday morning Cardinals Pirates broadcast. They were just talking about Ryan Helsley this year and his stuff, and I was he can. I don't want to sound dismissive when I say he can throw 103, but I was he doesn't have frisbee stuff because they had Pitching Ninja on. He was talking about pitches, and I was
DeGrom fastball just straight up too is up there.
Yeah.
I'm a big fan, also super biased, of the Tyler Rogers rising slider.
Yeah.
That's a nasty pitch.
Insane. That's everything to do with the way he throws the ball, but it's just incredible as well.
We need a lefty submarine pitcher. That I think is would just
tell Taylor Rogers to start pitching submarine.
That's what I'm saying. Just lower that arm slot a little bit, lad, because that would break my brain. I think if I got to watch a lefty submarine. when you get to enjoy. I want to give a huge, enormous, monumental shout out to producer Peyton. Locked in that degree. I'm very, very proud
yes,
of
sir.
you, man.
Congrats,
it takes a lot
brother.
of work. It takes a lot of work, and I'm really proud of you, dog.
Congrats, brother.
As much as we love to shit all over the Yankees.
I mean, how can you blame us?
Of course, yeah. Losing to a poverty organization such as the Chicago White
this
Sox.
team's literally 500 right now.
Yeah, dude. Couldn't be my team. Could not be my team.
I'll be back very quickly. I believe the race is over. 1 second.
What did he say?
The pizza race is over.
Oh.
Oh, he's got his headphones on, so we can just say whatever we want.
Dude,
right
he's
now.
so hot. It's crazy.
Dude. Okay, Scott, listen. I've had enough drinks in me, all right? We got an attractive crew here at the Sunday Night Watch Party, all right? Like, it's objective. Listen. And the best part is Diego's running the stream, so he's not going to be able to clip this as much as I'd want him to. We got some attractive fellows here on camera, all right? Like, I'm sorry. It's objectively true. And if you don't believe me, then I highly suggest that you schedule an appointment with an optometrist. That's the only advice I can give you, because you need one if you don't think that that's the case. I mean, Diego's there. Look at that. Like, the guns are out. It's 60 degrees.
It's a gun show, baby.
It's 60 degrees here.
Hey, do you have
It's
purple
so
sky
warm.
yet? Do you have purple? It's dark here. Do you have purple
yeah.
sky?
Let me
yet?
check.
You gotta check.
Actually,
Carson said all that is thinking I couldn't hear it, but I definitely heard.
well, I said you're away, so you can't clip it. Let me go check the sky right now. I might take a hold on. Well, you know,
Whoa. Shut out Detroit.
Oh, let's go! Hell yeah, baby!
I ordered it in time this week before they closed. That was the
Hell
issue
yeah.
last week because it was.
What kind you get? You get deep dish?
Oh yeah, of course.
Hell yeah, baby!
It's the best
Detroit's
kind.
own.
we
Detroit's own.
have purple sky. Give me like 60 seconds. I'll be right back.
Yeah.
All right, timer's going. Peyton will clip it. He said.
Oh, Tim Anderson! Please, Tim Anderson homer!
Tim Anderson.
3-run shot for TA.
There it is.
That is some
See
drama,
you later,
baby.
baseball.
Let's see if
right.
he does anything. I want him. Of course, the Yankees fan throws it back on the field. Tim Anderson does the shush thing as he always does. Let's see. I want him to point to Josh Donaldson in the dugout
So do I.
and go, "Hey, buddy." Oh, he shushed the whole stadium.
There you go. Man. That's good.
That's got to feel incredible for him.
Absolutely. Shushing everybody.
Oh, that's got to feel crazy. This is all with 2 outs that all this is happening.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. I like how Carson's also missing all of this.
Yeah. That's kind of funny more than anything.
Yeah, but, man. Insane. Incredible. Baseball writes itself, you know?
How can you not be romantic about baseball,
How
baby?
can you not be romantic about baseball?
What on
You missed a
earth
Tim Anderson
is
home
on
run.
your head? You also missed Tim Anderson hitting a 3-run homer.
Did he look over at the Yankees dugout?
He shushed the entire stadium instead of just like when he rounds third. He stepped on home plate and shushed the whole stadium.
I mentioned it last week. I got the helmet nachos from Bush. So I got the
slider away, just goes
that.
with the ball. That was a beauty.
Helmet nachos are underrated. I can't believe that came out of my mouth, but it's true. It's like a little bit underrated.
I mean, they're good. Nachos are good.
Oh, Moncada. That's
there
deep.
We go.
There
we go.
Oh. All that damage was done with 2 outs. Also, I did not realize the White Sox were getting a lot of hits. The Yankees have 1 hit.
Yeah.
I knew the Yankees did not have many.
I did not realize the White Sox have 13 hits.
Correct. Yeah, they've been hitting it.
I didn't realize that. Well, I mean, I guess that made sense because they kept loading the bases and then not being able to score.
Earlier we discussed how pitching records are a little bit unfair. This is definitely a tough luck loss for Severino because he definitely pitched a heck of a game. It's very unfair. He's going to get dealt an L tonight.
No, he's not. It was lasagna. Whatever how to pronounce his name to start the sentence.
It was lasagna.
I don't know how to say his last name.
Real
Darfield's-
G's
Darfield's
move in
favorite
silence
flavor, like
like
lasagna.
lasagna.
Yeah, but
You know,
pretty sure.
I'm
Let
gonna
me
give a
double check,
take here. I'm gonna give a take here. If you are a man watching this on Twitch right now and you can't go bar for bar on Lil Wayne's 6 foot, 7 foot, we can't be friends. So if you would like to be, I suggest getting familiar with the lyrics to that song. Because if you can't, then I don't think it'll happen.
Also, and I know Scott doesn't hear this, but Little Caesars, most underrated pizza chain in the U.S.
Speak on it, brother.
Incredible.
Facts.
The deep dish at Little Caesars go crazy.
I could back that argument.
It's so good.
There's from a price to quality ratio, I don't think you're gonna get a better. You're not getting better use of your dollar for sure. That I could say confidently.
The deep dish is where it's at. This Detroit style deep dish is the best.
Yeah, I was gonna say as a Chicago suburbs kid, I'm trained to have like hard opinions about styles of pizza. But I mean, like honestly, the Midwest just does pizza really well. St. Louis style pizza is fantastic. Detroit style pizza is fantastic. Chicago deep dish is in my opinion, second to none. Yeah, I don't know. I'm pro pizza. Period. I don't know.
Didn't Didn't he hit the walk-off homer against the Yankees in the Field of Dreams game?
He did.
Yep.
So he's just a Yankees killer, right?
God, that game is gonna suck this year. Oh my
yeah,
God.
Reds Cubs.
Give me. I want.
What is it?
It's Cubs Reds, and can I just get 20 seconds here? After that game, originally it was going to be the Cardinals, and then it was going to be Cardinals Yankees, and then they changed it to Cardinals White Sox, it was going to be White Sox Cardinals, and then they changed it to White Sox Yankees, and I was like, you know what, that's fine because it's the Yankees and TV whatever. And then when they were like, oh, the Cubs are like a natural choice for next year's selection, I was like, yeah.
Why?
Well, because at the time when they said that, Rizzo, Bryant, and Baez were all still employed by that baseball organization.
That's fair.
Well,
Yeah.
I mean, I would imagine. Tell me if I'm wrong. I would imagine that Iowa is all Cubs fans. No.
Actually, it's
A good chunk.
The reason these blackouts exist. It's honestly, there's a lot of Cardinals fans, there's a lot of Cubs fans, there's a lot of Twins fans as well. So
But there is a lot of Cubs fans.
Correct. They have the AAA.
The Iowa Cubs. Yeah.
Right. Yeah. That's what I was thinking.
And then the Cedar Rapids, the second biggest city in Iowa, they have the Twins High A team, and then the Davenport has Quad Cities River Bandits. Shout out. They have it's been the Cardinals High A team. It's been the Cubs High A team. It's now currently the Royals High A team. So
shout out River Bandits.
Dude, Quad City River Bandits, yeah, their stadium is super cool. It's like 100-year-old minor league stadium. Like, that's awesome. That's so sick. It's like a brick. It's fantastic. Yeah, so they announced it was going to be the Cubs. Like, they didn't announce it, but it was like heavily rumored to be the Cubs, and I was like, oh my God, wouldn't it make perfect sense if it was Cubs-Cardinals for the Field of Dreams game? Not only are both teams fairly popular in the state, but it's, in my opinion, at worst, the third best rivalry in all of professional baseball.
Yeah,
oh no!
At worst, yeah.
Oh no! We're gonna give it to the Reds. Are you? Oh, what? We all knew Nick Castellanos was out the door. I'm like, so it's Joey Votto. I'm like, Jonathan India has been like kind of nice. Tyler Stevenson has been a nice surprise. I'm like, who's marketable in that game? Like, at the very least, I thought the Cubs were going to stink, but there's, they had at the time Bryant, Baez, Rizzo, Kyle Hendricks. He shoves on occasion. Sure. No, we're going to give it to one of the most sorry franchises in all of Major League Baseball. I'm sorry. And let's be honest, two of the sorriest franchises in all of professional baseball, objectively. Not the team, by the way, that has whatever. I've said my piece. It's just embarrassing. You could not have picked. The Pirates, honestly, from like a Schadenfreude perspective, would be more interesting to watch than the Cubs or the Reds. Like, at the very least, the Pirates are so bad. But, like, O'Neal Cruz maybe will be called up and could, like, hit a couple bombs.
I think Cubs Pirates would actually be a decent game.
It would be because
Well,
Brian Hayes is a phenomenal defender. And, like,
right. And, like, if
we've got some
Stroman
guys.
started. Like,
Yeah. I would watch. Honestly, I would love to watch that. And I like Mitch Keller, like, should be better than his numbers indicate every year. We're on like year 4 of that, but it's still true. Like, I don't know. We talked about this last week. I have a soft spot for the Pirates. I got an uncle who's a Pirates fan. He grew up in Pittsburgh. One of my very good close friends is a Pirates fan. They're the only team in the division. Like, if they got second place every year and won 95 games, I'd love it. Like, I have no issue. But it pains me that it wasn't the Cardinals. And it just doesn't make any sense.
you guys will definitely be it, like, relatively soon. But
well, and it's funny because I read an article that talked about, like, they broke down the number of players from each team that appears in the Field of Dreams game. Like the
What?
legendary players. Like,
I was like, isn't it just the White Sox and the Yankees rosters right now?
No.
Like,
The movie.
Right, okay,
The movie.
Gotcha.
And in first place, tied, was the White Sox and Yankees. But second place was the Cardinals. So it's like, even if we wanted to adhere to the movie, they should have gone second. Like, even if we were going purely off of representation in the film. Absurd.
I mean, we'll be in there down the road. Not even actually played, but everyone just shit all over Ty Cobb at one point in the movie. So, like, that counts. There's our one.
Yeah. I Cardinals Tigers Field of Dreams game would be electric.
No, not this year, it wouldn't, but eventually. Yeah.
I mean, by the time the game happens, Torque is still going to be there. Riley's going to be healthy. Like, my Subal Manning 3-game series. Come on now, you're telling me that fans on national TV wouldn't want to watch that?
I don't know if they'd really like to watch 8-2, 9-3, 8-2, but, like, I mean, maybe.
And also Miggy. Let's not, Miggy, Pujols, Molina. Like, there's definitely nostalgia there.
Unfortunately, we stink. So.
Hey.
That is unfortunate.
For now. All right. Let's not.
Yeah, it's been for now for over half a decade. So I'm kind of tired of for now.
I was very bullish on the Tigers this year, so you've got my full backing. All right. I think they can turn it around.
I sure hope so.
Scott's like, for my mental sake.
Scott,
we're starting off a 14 straight games against divisional opponents stretch, and
all right, I'm only worried.
Pretty much determines the season because we're so bad right now that if we crawl out of that going 3-12, the season's over. It's done. So,
Scott, this is.
But if you're 12-3.
Scott, as much as you're about to hate what's about to enter into your headphones, this is where, all right, the eternal optimism of a Cardinals fan such as myself is beneficial. I believe those boys can turn it around. I believe they can. Y'all have the pitching. It's just health. Health is wealth. Get healthy, and I think the wins will come.
See, but the offense has been healthy all season, and it's the worst in baseball. Like, worse than the Reds and the Pirates.
For now. I think Jamer can turn it around. All right. Riley's going to give y'all a shot in the arm. Torque has been not as advertised yet, but we know what he can be.
He's actually like 96th percentile in walk percentage.
Yeah, like he's been
he's been nice. Hasn't just been getting unlucky.
He just can't. No, he's been striking out a shitload. He just can't hit the ball when it's in the strike zone. But he's got a great eye.
And well, we talked about this last week because I mentioned this with Julio Rodriguez. I think that when looking at a prospect, if they're going to struggle in any capacity, I don't really look at strikeout numbers. I look at their walk rate. If they're at least they're high. If plate discipline to me is key. If you're swinging and missing at balls in the strike zone, oh well, like you're gonna figure that out.
Tim Anderson yelled, "Tell them to shut the F up" after crossing home plate.
Yes, sir.
Good.
Yes, sir. But no, see, this is what I'm saying, man. The eternal optimism of a Cardinals fan is beneficial. All right, let the positive juices flow.
Yeah, see, it's beneficial to you because you always do turn it around and you always do make the playoffs. It's
I will
not
say,
beneficial for anyone else's mental health because then I'm just going to be like, oh, yeah, for sure. And then we're going to lose 98. And I'm going to be like, oh, well, that didn't work.
I will say, man, there's some Cardinals fans right now that are very like doom and gloom that are like, oh, we need a DFA Dickerson. And I'm like, dude, we have a plus 45 run differential and we're 5 games over 500. Like, what are we upset about right now? Like, we're three games out of first place. There should be no. We are a series away from being tied for the division lead. Let's not act like we're up Shit's Creek without a paddle here. Cardinals fans love to complain. Here's the thing.
End of sentence.
Yeah, I was gonna say exactly. They love to complain all the time, and I'm like, listen, you get to like last August when we were 3 games over 500. I was complaining rightfully because I was like, this is unacceptable. But right now, there should be no complaints. The division is within reach. If the season ended today, we make the playoffs. It's
May.
Yeah, that's my ultimate litmus test as a fan. If the season ended today, would we be in the playoffs? If the answer to that question is yes, then let's stay positive. Same with the Giants right now, right? If the season ends today, they'd be in the playoffs, correct?
Yeah, as a third wild card.
As a third? I thought
they had a terrible week.
We passed you. We'd be the second wild card team.
Really? I'm pretty sure. I mean, we lost 10-1 today.
We certainly did not lose today. Who's got a better? I know the Mets have a better record than us. Those bums. Better record. Brewers have a better record. Dodgers have a better record. Padres. Oh, we have by half a game. Okay, yeah, sure. Point being, both of us are going to the postseason. So why am I upset? Come October, we're both going to be in. I mean, I don't think that there's. I like Atlanta could enter the playoff picture, but I don't know. What's more likely? Atlanta storms back or that their World Series hangover says they have a winning season but not a playoff season?
I don't know. I think either could be realistic.
Yeah, I don't know. I also don't buy the Mets still. I won't believe the Mets are a playoff team until I see them literally in the playoffs.
It's reasonable.
Shout out to Sunday Night Baseball showing all the Yankees fans leaving, by the way.
Yeah, dude. Look at behind home plate. That place cleared out.
Fans. Sorry, I don't want to yell too close to the microphone. Fake fans. If you leave a game early, you're a fake fan. I don't care what the score is. That's fake fans.
The only acceptable reason to leave a game early is if you are with a child that needs to go.
That is a yes. Yeah.
Nope. Teach them young. Okay.
No.
Also that.
Look how empty this stadium is already.
Oh, yeah, embarrassing. That's embarrassing.
Shut up,
it's a nationally televised game.
Marlins, man. Just there. Yeah, that's brutal.
That's terrible, man. It's terrible. That's all I have to say to that.
Also, why does Abreu do the thing with
Why did he win a fraudulent MVP? I have no clue. He didn't deserve
that
it.
too.
See, what sucks about that is I think Freddie Freeman deserved to win an MVP, so it blows because I really want to be Le Mickey MVP, but I'm also Freddie Freeman kind of needed one.
It's still a non-deserving MVP. J-Ram deserved to win it.
Should have been J-Ram 1,000%.
Oh yeah, that's fair. Okay.
He literally. This is why RBIs are dumb. He literally won an MVP in 2020 off of how many RBIs he had. That is blasphemy.
Yeah.
That's embarrassing for baseball that was a deciding factor in an MVP award in 2020. That's literally embarrassing.
Hey, it's all right, man.
Should be ashamed.
It's all right. When Paul Goldschmidt wins the 2022 National League MVP, all will be right in the world. He doesn't need it, but that'd be really nice because I've been on the Paul Goldschmidt as a Hall of Fame baseball player train for years now, and that would really solidify his MVP, his Hall of Fame candidacy.
If he was an MVP, that would solidify.
It would. I mean, I guess it would. Yeah, by definition. But yeah, that'd really lock it in for him.
Yeah, if you play more than 12 years and you win an MVP, it's really hard to not make the Hall of Fame.
Well, okay, so Scott, like if we're playing that argument, right? If you go to the end of the 2022 season, if Paul Goldschmidt does win MVP, here's what his resume would more than likely look like. We're talking about an 8-time All-Star, a 1-time MVP with 5 Gold Gloves, 5 Silver Sluggers, 58 career WAR through his age 33 season, his age 34 season. Like
He's
that's
at 58 WAR.
well, if he were to continue on the MVP pace, he's at about 53 right now.
He has 50. Good for him, man.
Yeah, my guy
didn't
was a
realize it was
menace
that
in
high.
Arizona.
Paul Goldschmidt is a Hall of Fame baseball player. Like to me, it's
He's
like not even.
he was a menace in Arizona, dude.
Yeah, oh yeah, I remember. I just
Paul
like
Goldschmidt
it's weird to
has
hear out loud. I guess
52.7 career WAR. He has a career 912 OPS. He has 286 career homers, 1,600 career hits. So like when he retires, he will have over 60 WAR, over 2,000 hits. 350, maybe close to 400 career homers. Like he's a Hall of Fame.
Yeah, he's certainly got the numbers.
He would need to be like legitimately bad for the next 3 seasons, in my opinion, to not make the Hall of Fame because he's going to end this year with like 58 career, like I said, 58-ish career WAR.
If he keeps his pace.
I think, yeah, sure. I mean, even if he quote unquote falls off, like and plays at the pace he played at last year, he's going to finish with 5.5, 6 WAR on the season. Because right now he's on pace for like an 8 WAR season.
why are we watching this? Oh my gosh, I can't escape it.
I'm sorry, Scott.
The what? What are we watching?
They're showing the Yachty pitching.
No, I haven't seen it yet.
Oh, I mean, he has the same ERA as Pujols does.
Yeah, 36.
Oh, that's
Correct.
so cute. Nice pitch. All right, here we go.
Scott, listen, man. It was funny. The only thing that upset me is I wanted to see Waino catch. Let Waino put the catching gear on. Let him get back there.
Yeah, that would have been funny. But all it would have taken is one foul ball off the arm or something
The dome.
for everyone
Yeah,
to be very
that's
upset.
why I was like, yeah,
That's why he doesn't catch. But
correct. But I mean, I really wanted to. What I really want, my dream is that the Cardinals. I mean, obviously, I want them to win the division. My dream is they open up a big enough division lead where I want like last game of the year. And this is again a world in which we've clinched our not just the division but like our playoff spot. Like there's no chance that we can like move up or down. To cheese the battery start record, let Yachty open the game and let Wainwright catch like one pitch. So that way the battery record gets extended by like one more, just as like a little El Cheapo extender, and then just pull him immediately. That'd be real class. I'd love to see that. Because we end the year with 6 straight against the Pirates, so it's very plausible that we're like locked into a playoff spot.
Pujols isn't getting 700, is he?
So okay,
Isn't he like 17 away?
yes,
That seems like a lot.
It does. Here's it come right now
because it is.
Yeah, I mean he would have had it at 21 this year to get to 700. He's at 4.
He's at 4.
However,
40 games.
Right. So my thing is that for it to happen, he would need a consistent run at DH. So the only way I see that happening, which I mean, I'm a Cardinals fan, so I'd love to see this happen. We need to the Cardinals need to have a very good year for him to get to 700 at this point. So we need to be comfortably leading the division for us to afford to be able to give him enough ABs. And I say that like he's been a bad hitter. He hasn't been. He's been a slightly above average, a slightly above league average hitter, which for what we're paying him and all right, bemoan, moan and groan all you want. The amount of experience and advice that he can provide to our young guys, I think, is invaluable. So for that, it's true. He's an all-time legend of the game. You can say that about anybody. I think Miguel Cabrera, the advice that he can give Spencer Torkelson is invaluable towards Spencer Torkelson's career.
I agree.
So
that's why Justin Upton just signed with the Mariners.
Exactly. That's a great point. So my point being is like we got a guy like that in the clubhouse. The price point is it's 2.5. We're paying him what 2.5. Like we're not paying him nearly like we're not paying him anything. So for what he can bring to us, it's fantastic. I'm rooting for the Cardinals to be so good where we can afford to give him enough at bats to go for it.
Fair enough.
The worst part of me thinks he's Scott. What we've talked about before off camera. The worst part of me thinks he'll catch A-Rod but not get 700. That's the worst part of me thinks that.
Right. I think he's gonna end the year at like 13.
And here's the thing: what I'm aiming for, what I would love to see happen, our last 6 games of the year are all against Pittsburgh. Let's have the division.
Them all 6.
Let's have the division locked up. And we can run him for a week straight because they're all at home. Let's sell out every game, and we're gonna give him. And that's why Ollie pinch hit him today against the Pirates.
Lead him off.
We get one. Fuck it. Yeah, let him lead off.
Lead him off. Give him as many ABs.
Maximize those ABs.
If we're in a position where we're in the playoffs already, I want him taking as many at bats as possible because at that point I don't care.
Throw all 6 games so there's position players pitching so he can get tags.
The second the ticket is punched, I want him playing every day. I don't care. Because, listen, he went 2 for 3 against Scherzer. Like, it was like, oh, he shouldn't play against high velo righties. That's like he's a bad hitter against them. He got 2 hits off Scherzer. And that was the start Scherzer got hurt. So, I don't want to say that, Pujols killed Scherzer, but Pujols killed Scherzer. Like,
what the hell?
Where did that come from?
Scherzer wanted to get him out so badly that he strained his oblique trying to get him out.
What the hell?
Nowhere.
My point, I want him to get as much run as possible. So, however it has to happen, let's make it.
I'm not saying Pujols killed Scherzer, but he did.
Pujols killed Scherzer.
What?
If you didn't watch the game, Scherzer called for the trainer right as Pujols was about to take his next at bat. After Pujols has already gotten 2 hits off of him.
This is a crazy narrative right now.
hey, listen.
Some unnamed Diamond Digest writer narratives going on.
Close. No, so, and I think that's okay. I think that it's okay that my opinion is let's win enough games where we can give him as many ABs as possible. But
that's fair.
Who cares? Like, I don't care. Like, this team is legit. This team's legit. I like this team. The pitching staff is don't know, but like Liberatore looked solid. Like, I don't know. We'll figure it out. I'm so confident this team will just figure it out. That I don't know. And I want him to. I want him to take ABs because I don't know. It's like we had this conversation last year where I would talk about how like and Diego, I think you agree with me a little bit of like when a pitcher gets a hit, it's more fun than when a DH gets a base hit, right? Like we agreed.
I mean, yeah, but like
objectively, I feel that way about
the DH though.
I mean this in the least offensive way possible. I feel that way about Pujols. Like with Yepez, I'm like, I low-key expect you to get a hit. When Pujols does, it's like nice. Like, let's go.
You weren't supposed to do that, but I'm glad that you did.
Yeah, exactly. It's Max Scherzer. How are you getting a 2 RBI single off this dude? That you're not good enough to do that anymore. But yet here we are. So I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, I get it. But also
I don't know.
I don't know what's gonna happen.
Hire him as hitting coach. That's what I gotta say.
Player coach.
Miguel Cabrera said that he wants to be a coach for the Tigers specifically at the second he retires, and everybody's
I don't blame him. Who's your guy? I mean, are you in love with the Tigers hitting coach right now?
No, everyone wants him fired yesterday.
Cardinals.
Have you
is the
seen?
Exact same. No. Yeah,
have you seen our offense?
Cardinals, it's the same way. That's why I asked. I didn't think so.
What's the same way? We're averaging 2 runs a game.
The entire fan base wants Jeff Halbert fired immediately.
Oh,
like they want.
We have the worst offense in baseball.
Well, the Cardinals haven't finished higher than 15th in OPS in like 7 years. Like the entire time,
probably haven't finished higher.
The entire time,
27.
We haven't finished higher than like 28th in 7 years. Cool.
You know who you're talking to?
Listen, I know my tower is a little bit higher than yours, Scott, but my point being is we're looking down on the same issue.
Right. Yeah.
There's
I don't know. I don't think
there's a
he'd
little
get,
bit more sunshine with my view for sure.
I don't
For
think
sure.
he'd get. I don't think he'd just get outright hitting coach right away. But I
Like
think
assistant.
yeah, he would get like like some sort of assistant role type of thing. But I don't think they'd give him hitting coach right off the bat.
In my dream
Yeah,
world,
rip.
Yadier Molina joins the player development staff, specifically like on the catching side. Pujols becomes bench coach. I don't care. I'll make him bench coach. He's got the vibes for it.
Sends everybody.
See,
no
I
matter what.
think Yachty would be a great bench coach.
Yeah.
I want him coaching in the minor leagues.
Oh,
I
that's
want
fair,
him.
then.
I want him developing our entire cat. I want him to have complete control over catching and like pitcher development. Oh my god, yeah. Like I want that all the way. And I want Wainwright. I want him like as our like radio guy right now. He is phenomenal. And like
Yeah, he actually was good.
He's a fantastic and I think he's got the voice for it. He's got the timing, all of it. You give it to him on radio, give it to him on TV, whatever you got to do. But
only for the Cardinals.
That's what I'm talking about. Yeah. I mean, he could take a national job. He did a decent job. He called the 2021 DS, I think.
Yeah, he was good too.
Yeah, he was fantastic. But I want him for the Cardinals because his number is going to get retired, and like he's got to give him the respect he deserves. Although I don't know, man. Like I said last week, let him keep going, dude.
Stanton just looked like a fool in that at bat. Holy cow!
And with that, I believe I've officially clinched my fantasy win. So, oh my god, I'm riding high right now. That's wow.
I don't know who I was playing this week in our.
And Diamond. I know I got the dub in that.
Oh, I won 9-1.
I got smacked by Estavo last week, but this week I pulled it back.
Every week besides like this week, I've finished like 5-5, 5-4.
Yeah, I went from 3rd to 9th place because I got my ass beat that badly last week. That was not pleasant. But a 7-2 win should put me right back where I need to be. No, this league is just crazy. We have like legitimate 40-man rosters. It's a 12-team dynasty head-to-head. It is absurd. Like the best guys, like I'll run through the waiver wire real quick. These are the best players that are like available in my league right now. Top available hitters are Carlos Santana, David Fletcher, and Christian Vasquez. That's top 3 hitters available. That is a guy who stinks, is out for maybe the year, and the 20th best catcher in fantasy. That's who we're rocking with.
Down to the final strike here.
Very deep league.
There's a Mets jersey in the crowd.
I mean, that makes sense, but like, why would you wear that?
No, it doesn't make sense. You shouldn't do that.
No, I mean in the sense of like it's the same city.
That's still dumb. Wow, and the Yankees get shut out on Sunday Night Baseball.
Unreal, dude. Unreal.
Michael Kopech shoved. Luis Severino shoved. And Tim Anderson broke it open late. Broke it open late.
I got you. I got where you're going with that.
And yeah, just what a game though.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Heck of
that's poetic. That was a poetic game. That was poetic. And how can you not be romantic about baseball?
Oh, absolutely.
Very true, man.
Baseball.
I'm beaming. I'm beaming. Yeah.
Yankees got 3 hits this game. 3.
Phillies.
The White Sox had
Phillies
10 more
next
hits.
week, man. I mean,
it was a good game. That the Yankees let it get away from them that 1 inning, but overall, that was a good game.
A lot of good pitching on display in this.
I was gonna say, as much as it bemoans me to say, definitely 2 playoff caliber teams is what we saw. If you ask me, that was 2 playoff caliber.
The White Sox
teams.
just got above 500 because of today's doubleheader sweep.
Correct, but
they're like 4 back of the.
I was gonna
Twins, I think.
say it's the central divisions in baseball. Being above 500 puts you within
Yeah, you're
Striking
basically in the
distance.
playoffs. Dude.
gives well not basically if it's a National League, I can tell you that right now. This while we're still got ESPN here, that Franchi Cordero grand slam was tough if you root for the Mariners. I know John Principe, good friend of the program and contributor at Diamond, just lost his marbles.
Yeah, John does that.
John's known to lose his marbles on occasion. Scott, you got anything else you'd like to say?
I don't think so, man. Go check
No.
out my Cody Clemens interview. That was fun.
I forgot to mention that. It was a pretty solid
Yeah.
interview. I gave that a nice watch on the YouTube. You can also get it
Appreciate
wherever you
Fun.
get your podcast. Diego, any final thoughts before I close this out here?
If you're not playing Wendell, what are you doing? We're
Yeah,
up
for
to-
real, dude. It's a great game.
We're up
Great
to like 80, 85. I think I wrote the 86th one today. I think that might be a few days ahead, but we're approaching 100 real quick here, which is
There you go.
kind of crazy. But
Yeah.
The only issue is
Great,
that
great,
you're always
great.
a few games ahead. That's the problem.
I try
with
to be.
creator.
I try to be.
Yeah.
No,
Well, as you
not
can see
much.
on the scrolling banner on the bottom, our website, diamond-digest.com. Twitter is diamond_digest.com. And our Instagram is diamond.digest. Hitting all the special characters social media will allow. If you want to give a follow for anything and everything Detroit related, you got Scott Bentley, Diego, Giants, Rockets, really anything interesting and important in life, I'd follow Diego for. And if you want to follow me for absolutely nothing of value, my Twitter handle is right there as well. For all the boys here at Sunday Night Watch Party, like I mentioned, next week we may have a Rudy debut. I'm pretty confident we'll have a Rudy debut, but the Four Horsemen should be back in the saddle next week. So tune in for that. We got Mets, Phillies, and I don't know. The only thing I got left to say is go baseball.
Go baseball. Indeed.
See you next Sunday, guys.